How now, brown cow? Let's see if we're live. Checking it out. Checking it out. Yep, here we go. How's everybody doing tonight? Just look at some comments. Going to go ahead and put up the link. Anybody wants to join? More than welcome. I think Waxed may still be live. I'm not sure if he is. I was watching him earlier. How's everybody doing today? So just thought I'd get on tonight, really going through some gymnastics on my thinking about moving and in terms of collections and equipment. Got a lot of equipment as well, excess equipment, I guess I'm going to call it. So looking at maybe putting some ideas together on how I'm going to deal with that. Wanted to maybe get some people to give me some input as well. Get you, anybody who wants to come up, I put the link there. You're more than welcome to join me. It's May and it's, I guess, moving time, and a lot of houses on the market. Been very, very busy trying to put together the all the paperwork here at the end, the final rush to close and all those kind of things. So it's going to be an interesting journey. Having a lot of vinyl and a lot of equipment is, of course, another complication to it. We'll talk about that a little bit. Also, let's see, we got, hey, Australia, how are you doing? In Australia, the land of the koala and it's a really big place. I mean, we have some sites on each side of Australia, west and east. And when they talk about the logistics of getting to places there, sometimes in the mining industry, it's kind of interesting how far apart things are. Thanks for the feedback there, Kieran Kelly. I'm probably butchering your first name. Sorry about that. But, everybody goes through these transitions in their life. And I think as getting older, it's probably less and less desirable to do moving from one house to another. And the question always is, are you downsizing, right? I mean, I grew up in a family that was fairly small, two kids and two adults. And now, in our life, I had eight kids. So we were moving, into bigger places, 5-bedroom houses in order to accommodate everybody. And then we moved here where we live now in 2018. And it was a smaller house in raw square footage or close, but it was one floor. But it had a fair amount of land for being in the city, about 3/4 of an acre, and had a pool, has a pool. So that's always a blessing and a curse, as they say. So now we get back down to, where are we going to move? We want to move to something that is more size wise what we need, but the housing, here it's difficult to find something you like that isn't too small. Because what happens is as the square footage goes down, the room sizes, of course, go down. So that's a bit of a problem. So boxing things up is a challenge, and so I had a bright idea today. Hopefully one of my better ideas. I said, I do a channel on vinyl and music and records, and I'm moving all of that. And so I got in touch with a box manufacturer that makes boxing specifically for LPs and 45s. And so I asked them, could I receive some of their product to evaluate as part of this process to see how well it makes it through the process and make some comparisons and give people feedback on that. And I heard from them. They said, sure, we'll send you some boxes for records for 33s and for 45s for you to evaluate. So, being totally transparent, I looked at buying them. And of course, I knew that they were more expensive than your standard, what are called U-Haul boxes here in the US. But I think those are not strong enough. I think the handles are not strong enough. These that I'm going to get are reinforced. So we'll see how that goes. Uh, for me, it's a matter of protecting them. I really don't want the movers handling my stuff, to be honest. They can handle, maybe the Calyx cabinets and those kind of things. But as far as the actual vinyl or speakers or the precious uh, things, I'm definitely not going to do that. So I will have. That's a good question. Will I have? I will have a dedicated music room. That's I will, and I do. I do sort of here as well. Uh, and actually, this room is longer. It's wider than it is deep. So the room I'm going to be going into is a little more square, about 12 foot by 10 foot kind of room. It could be a bedroom, of course, and but the good part of that is the way it's laid out. I can put some of my equipment actually literally in the closet and close that off a bit. That helps, also with vibration and those kind of things also. So, yeah, I definitely will be taking that and dedicating a room to it. It's um, it's a little different. It's not hardwood floor. This one's hardwood floor, and so this one is carpeted. So it's definitely going to have a different sound to it, potentially a little deeper, or maybe a little more bass response out of that than off of the hardwood. So yeah, I've got some ideas of what I can do there. Uh, we've got a front room in the house that could be used for it as well. But I'm afraid it might be a little echoey. It has a wood floor. I'm afraid maybe it will, not have good absorption. So this room, I can do pretty much with it whatever I want to do. So I think hopefully that'll work out. My approach in some ways is going to be to maybe when I put this up and that's what the thing about am I going to shrink my collection. I think I'm going to shrink it in the regard that I'm trying to sell some duplicates, and I've been in that process for a while. But also to, as I'm boxing up, to box up the stuff that I absolutely want to have in the house immediately or quickly, as part of the process, and identify those. And then, what's left, put that into climate controlled storage for a time. Maybe some of my excess equipment will go in there in time. And then I can get kind of a perspective of what I want or what I need or what I'm missing that I need to go get out of storage because I want to have it back. Because I'm thinking if it's sitting somewhere 6 months, there's a good chance I don't really need it, that kind of thing. Hey, Caesar, how you doing, buddy? So taking that, hello there, Mugu Mugu. Wanted to get that right. Can't mess that one up. Mugu Mugu. So taking what I really want and putting it, boxing it up and segregating it, and then getting it to the house. And again, I'm going to be moving this stuff, and a couple friends of mine are going to help, and we're going to move it to the house. And then what is left, what isn't in those boxes that say, hey, that's what I want to definitely have at the house right away, then that will go to controlled storage as well. Hey there, Wyoming Dave. How you doing, buddy? So, trying to take a little bit of a drip approach, with it. And, but I do want to rationalize, I guess, my collection, I guess I'm going to say. And one of the things I really would like to do, honestly, is to, you know, curate out of my collection the things that are either, like I said, duplicates or things I don't listen to sell or make available to other people in the vinyl community. That's really what I'd like to do with it. I think after all this time, I'm at nearly 4,000 subscribers. I mean, I feel comfortable with the fact that, a lot of these things we can do in the groups and in our live feeds and that can meet, some level of getting through these auctions and doing them right. I have a few special friends that I've made in this vinyl community as well that I would definitely like to give first shot at some of these things for things that I think they might be looking for. And again, there's my link if you want to come up and join. And it's not a matter of making a killing on anything. It's really just a matter of making things available for people and finding, good homes, so to speak, for what I'm gonna get rid of. That's more important to me than just taking it as a way to make money, because that's certainly not what it's about. Yeah, long time no see for Wyoming Dave. He seems to kind of plop here and there and everywhere. So, but so that's kind of where my head is going right now. As I said, I've contacted this manufacturer of boxes for records for 12-inch and for 7-inch records that's reinforced to get some of their stuff to basically to demo as part of this process. They're going to send me, and then I'll be doing some videos, of course, on what I found and how they performed, and tips and tricks and do's and don'ts. And so it's kind of I guess, a win-win in that regard. Um, Certainly, it's for me a matter of what the strong will survive when it comes to uh, record boxes. I mean, uh, my experience with U-Haul boxes is they certainly are cheap, but generally the handles not being reinforced can be a little problematic. If you don't really tape the bottoms real well, then you're going to run into potentially them wanting to come through. Whereas these other boxes are pre-built, the flaps, and they're reinforced as well. So I think they're made for the task, and that's there's nothing worse than doing a move and then having the effort fall apart on you literally. So I think that'll be a cool way to do an assessment of what are the best ways to move, what are the things that maybe we wouldn't think about that we can bring to the channel to add some value in that. And Melinda Murphy, her channel, she announced she's moving from Tennessee to Florida. Now I'm moving maybe, I don't know, 10 miles maybe north of where I'm at. So it's not too far, but local moves still, a move's a move. Timely day, you're moving to about 2 weeks and now only fully aware of how huge my music collection. Wow. There you go. Wow. So yeah, my 2 weeks is about my time frame too. It's actually, I think we're closing on the 23rd, which is later next week, Thursday. Of course, the good news is we don't have to be out of our house until first week of June. So we have a little bit of buffer time, to move. So, and there's my protege, I guess I'll say, for channel name at least. Uh, you're late, but you're here. So presence and being accounted for is all that really matters, right? Rice Patties Jr. Word to the homie. Okay, for safe and sound. And what do we got here? Patty's Jr. So we have some spinoff people here. We have Patty Jr. and yeah, we have a little bit of that going on, a little bit of echo, so to speak, but that's okay. It's all fun. That's where nobody here is into any legal wranglings, anything of that matter. Uh, but the moves are consequential, but they also, for me, they kind of offer an opportunity, and the opportunity is to think about rationalizing things and think about what do I really need, and what do I really want, and the physical separation of putting in the house what I really need first, and then going to storage to pull what I need beyond that is for me a way to kind of exercise that a bit. In your case, you're better than the original. Okay, well, yeah, it's all about the music. All right, I'm with you there, man. Pumping volume. Hey, William. Yeah, I mean, I know there's a lot of stuff goes on, other places, other channels. I'm not, obviously really into that. Uh, no apology needed. Hello, Novus Nick. How are you, buddy? Here's a link if you want to come up. By the way, anybody. Um, so yeah, it's nerve wracking a bit. It's exciting a bit. I'm slowly discovering things as I go through things. I'm like, oh, I have that. I have that. That's always kind of interesting. Okay, Nick. So you tend to discover things. Now I am missing one record that I know I've had. It was sealed and it disappeared on me. And I know a few of you who are close friends know what that record is. And I'm hoping that when the dust clears here and I've gone through every cubby, it will appear out of the blue. So, you know how you can lose things and just all of a sudden it's like, where in the heck did that go? All right. This is why we can't have nice things, positive vibes to the home. You don't have it. No, Nick, you don't have it. I know you don't have it. I know you don't have it. And I don't think it picked up legs and walked out of the house either. I think it's one of those things that I placed somewhere because I wanted to make sure I didn't lose it or make sure uh, just to keep it out of the way, so to speak. And I tucked it away so well. Have you ever done that where you put something and you say, oh, okay, I want to put this where, nobody will see it, nobody can get to it. And I'll remember. And then, whatever months later, weeks later, it doesn't matter. You kind of go, now, where the hell did I put that thing? And that is what happened to me. Uh, you didn't want to lose it. No, I didn't want to lose it. Yeah, it's Sheryl Crow's album that just got re-released in December. It was the blue vinyl RSD copy of that double album, and it was it was going for a couple $100 when it wasn't re-released. It's probably worth about 100 now, but that wasn't the point. The point of it was I had it kind of sitting around here behind me for months and months and months and months and months. And I used to kid Rob Northern Revolutions in Canada. I'd hold it up because he really was into that album, and I'm sure he got the reissue that came out because it's very reasonable. But yeah, I'll find it eventually. Yeah, I once lost my mind, but I found that too. So I guess it's all fun. Are you taking your rare records with you in your personal? Yes. Yeah, I am. I am. All my records I am going to transport, or close friends of mine are going to transport in our vehicles. They're not the movers. The movers will move maybe like empty calyxes and that kind of thing. But as far as the actual equipment and records, uh, that's going to be me. UVCLT to me. Did I do that, Caesar? Wow. If if I did that, no alcohol was involved. I don't think, but I do plan. I do. I'm glad you brought that up. You're a perfect straight man in a way, Caesar, because if I remember, you might have won something on my 3K sub show. but I will be having a 4K sub show. When will I have it? I don't know, because let's see what my numbers are. I think I'm at like 3911. Yeah, 3911. So probably right around the time I'm moving, it'll hit 4,000. So maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do my first live feed from the new house and do my 4K party at the same time. So yeah, sub it up. Yes, you did win. Sub it up. Yeah. So yeah, but I will be doing that. I will have some. We'll have some things for that as well. I got to look at when that was, Caesar. How long it took me to get 1,000? It seems like a long time. Um, but I guess when I look at it all in relative terms, I mean, it started in March 1st of 2022. So that first start is slow, and then I got a bump, and then it's just been steady. I mean, and that's fine. I mean, that's perfectly fine. Thoughts on BOC? Been a polarizing band topic across the pond of late. Do you mean Blue Oyster Cult? I'm just wanting to be sure I answer that correctly. When you say BOC, that's the first thing came to mind. But that's the thing about acronyms; they can mean different things to different people. We have a thing at work called a State of the Business Meeting, and they call it SOB. So it's like, whoa, yes, sir. Well, tell me what the Rice Patty Jr. Tell me what the thing is about Blue Oyster Cult. I mean, in terms of why all of a sudden uh, they coming out of the woodwork, so to speak. I guess I'll say. I've seen them live a few times. I have a few of their albums in quad on CBS on Columbia. We all know the "Don't Fear the Reaper" cowbell thing. More cowbell, dude. Tell me when you're ready, Nick. Give me a thumbs up or a body down. Let me know when you're ready, Nick. I see him coming around. Let's see what he's saying. I'll bring you on. It hasn't been that long, it seems, so you double your subs really quick. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. There's my man.
Well,
I
where'd I go?
I hear you. I see you.
There I am.
There you are.
Hey,
Put some light on the subject.
well, you don't want too much light on this face.
Yeah, okay.
Good to see you.
So, yeah, same here, buddy. Same here.
Moving. Oh my
Oh my
goodness.
gosh. Yeah, I
When
know.
when I move, I've been in this house. How long you been living in that house?
6 years, not quite 6 years, so not
Oh,
that
I've
long.
I've been here 22. My roots are deep.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we had that with our last house. We were there
Yeah.
18 years. So yeah.
Yeah, that's I can't imagine having to that's a dirty four-letter word, my friend.
Mm, move. Yeah,
Yes!
yeah, yeah,
Absolutely. At this point, at my
yeah.
age,
Exactly.
uh,
Yeah, I
hey
know.
Caesar, good to see you, my friend.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh
So,
my goodness.
so Rice Patty Jr. was talking about Blue Oyster Cult. Some extreme enthusiasm from certain pumpers, and it sent shockwaves to Ian and the Vinyl VC UK crew. Okay. Oh well, I don't know. They're a band. They had some hits. I think
Yeah.
Tyranny and Mutations, a great album, one of theirs. You know, uh, based on the latest rig poll, the number of fake accounts appears to have increased exponentially. Yeah, well, maybe you started a trend. I don't know. You never know, right? But here's somebody who remembers my channel, Old Fart Radio, is what we were going to call it. Old Fart Radio. That's right. That's
That
right.
was original, not the rebranding.
No, I said I might change my channel name to Old
Uh,
Fart Radio, so somebody
well,
remembered that.
yeah,
It's a lot easier to remember.
there sure wouldn't be any false pretense there.
No, no. I'd be able to pronounce it and live up to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Uh,
because my
as
my,
would I.
my eventual excursion is going to be 6 foot under, so
Yeah, I
something
understand
like
that.
that. I think the rebrand
Uh,
has been a huge success, David. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad for that.
uh,
I don't know if he
oh,
means it. I don't know if they mean theirs or mine, but it's okay.
I
I
didn't even see that. Hey, Vaginal,
Vegevinal,
is that?
Vena Vita Vegemin. Remember that
That
from I Love Lucy?
yeah,
Vita Vita Vegemin, right?
yeah, that was a
I've
heck of a
lost.
show.
I'm just focused on positive vibes. Okay, we got a good vibrations.
Absolutely.
Good vibrations that they say at the vibrator
Good,
section.
good, good, good vibrate. She's giving me good vibe.
Yeah,
Everybody now.
there you go. You got a
Kill his
hello.
mic. Somebody kill his mic.
Yeah, right, right, exactly. So we were
Oh,
talking. They were talking earlier on Wax's channel about degritter versus Humming Guru, and there's
yeah.
a new degritter out called the Phonotech, Phonotech. That's like $7,000.
Well, they must have saw there was a market for big dollars.
I guess so. It can actually play your record while it's cleaning it. It's amazing. Anyway,
That would be a trick.
yeah.
Yes.
Tiny
uh,
bubbles.
absolutely.
Literally.
God. We're back to the old farts channel.
Yeah.
You got to be to
Well, it
remember that.
plays down home music while it cleans your record, I guess.
Yeah. Good
Something
Lord.
like that.
Mm-hmm.
But that's well, I'm gonna get a Kermis. I just waiting to move and then I'm gonna get
Did
it.
you
So
decide? Okay. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, I'm
That's the
gonna get a
first I've heard. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna get a Kermis.
I
And
will be I will be thrilled to send my precious records. I mean, that'd be great for you.
well, yeah, that's right. I'll have to
Yeah. Matter
actually
of fact, I got a record here that I got, and it played very poorly.
hmm,
And I'm anxious. I just got done running it through the system, how I restore really bad records, and
hmm.
I'm anxious to see how well I did.
By the way, that
It,
does not involve wood glue.
no,
Just want to
no,
let people know that.
it's a Blood, Sweat, and Tears,
Okay.
1969.
2 eye, 6 eye, 4 eye.
I think it's a 2i. Let me
Okay,
see.
probably.
Matter of
69
fact,
probably.
see, if you hadn't come out, it would be on the turntable. It's a 2i.
2 eye, okay.
Yes, sir. Let's see. There we go.
Yeah, nice. Okay.
2i
Yeah, it's just like the
with a
Chicago.
hype sticker.
Yeah, there you go. It's a good album. I have that one. Yeah.
Yeah, and When I Die, Spinning Wheel, and You Made Me So Very Happy.
Yes.
Yeah, so first time I played it, I was not too thrilled. A couple of tracks were just,
Well, you know
uh,
the anesthesiologist theme song is "You Make Me So Very Nappy," so it's very so.
I've had I've had too many experiences with them. I do not look forward to the
Right.
next.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Ab-
let's see.
ab-
So Rice Patty Jr. says he's a VPI guy. Now I heard the VPI suck. No, I'm just kidding. But
Now, is
that's
that a
just va-
VPI vacuum
vacuum. I'm
machine?
assuming it's a vacuum machine, right?
Which with a vacuum machine, the principle's basically the same. I don't know how much different it is
A
than
music
an
sanctuary.
Okinoki, let's say.
Yeah,
It's got
right.
a wand, it's got a vacuum, it's got a platter. What else is different about the VPI, which I'm sure they ask a premium for, versus a my mid-market Okinoki?
Yeah. Well, here's a
If you,
gentleman, Bellisario Sonic, and I want to give him a shout out. He's got a channel. He pulls, I've seen him doing a lot of the 75th anniversary of Analog Productions, and he actually plays a track from it so you can hear it on and compare it to whatever he has. So he's doing that like in the video itself. So it's a different approach. So welcome. But I don't, it's not necessarily that we buy a lot of dirty records. It's just that most records used have some,
Yeah,
dirt on them. And the truth is, even new ones do,
yeah,
coming out of the manufacturing plant.
absolutely.
So cleaning records is trying to get them to par, so to speak, and however close you can get them based on their wear and whatever. But it isn't, there's a lot of dirt you can't see. Let's put it that
You know,
way.
it's like a video I watched earlier today that was dropped maybe 12 hours
Mhm.
ago that was discussing the clean room of a CD plant versus the dirty room of a vinyl plant. Does that ring a bell, David?
That sounds like a video that
Yeah,
yeah, okay.
yeah.
Sounds like
I paid attention. It
you
didn't cost
did.
me a
My
dime.
my latest video talked about that. Yeah, it did.
Yeah. You've
Yeah.
been hitting them out of the park lately with your videos. I'll tell you,
This
they've been
month, yeah,
great.
this month has been very
And
productive.
I'm not a guy that sucks up. I'll tell you when it's bad too. You know that.
Yeah, that's for
As
sure.
a friend, you know that.
Yeah, no, I know
I've
that all too well.
I've gotten in trouble. I'll be the first to tell a woman she lost a few pounds and looks, really good. But I'll also be the first guy to do the flip side of that coin.
Oh, really? Are you
Yeah.
pregnant? Are you pregnant? Oh no, you're not.
Oh
Oh,
no, I
that's,
won't go that
whoa,
far.
whoa, oh, wow.
It's not mine. It's not
Yeah,
mine.
it's not mine. It's not mine. So there, yeah, RWD drop. No doubt, cleaning records improve sonics. Yeah, that's true. Definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks for the shout out. So, which cleaner? I'm going to get the Kermis cleaner restoration process. It doesn't dry the records. That's not part of its process.
Your
FYI.
humor will do that. Oh,
Yeah,
dude.
right. My hot air will do that. Right. It also can warp the record, so it's a real problem. But but like the Humming Guru, it does. What's its drying cycle like, or is
Well,
it really a
a
drying
full
cycle?
a single cleaning cycle that's pushing the wash cycle button twice is 11 minutes. I
Okay.
actually have one down there. Here, I actually have one downstairs in the
Uh
Humming
huh.
Guru as we speak.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Yeah,
Well, yeah. So,
it's usually upstairs, but my Okinoki and I took my Humming Guru down there so I could do them back to back
right. So,
because it was a couple of when I get a dirty record that I think needs a scrubbing.
hmm
I use a goat's hair brush. I'll save those until I get a few of them, and then I'll
mm.
break out the Okinoki, scrub them real good, and then run it through
Why
a,
don't you tell
a
people what the Okinoki is in case they don't know? Humming Guru.
Okinoki is a reasonably priced. I think. Well, when I got mine used, and it's been great. I think they're $3.99, $4.99 now. It's a vacuum style uh, record cleaner.
Okay.
It's got a
So,
platter that
so
spins.
it sucks.
It really does,
It
and
sucks. Okay.
it has a button to make it go turn clockwise or counterclockwise,
So
and
it's manual labor.
it goes both ways.
Whoa, an
Yeah,
ACDC.
and it sucks.
Okay,
Y'all are
well,
so bad.
oh man,
So let's
man.
see. Music that I have. What is this pro?
Audio desk, yeah, audio desk
Okay,
is
yeah.
4K, yeah, yeah. I'd
Well,
say
that's great,
the audio desk, and I think the gritter's around 3,200.
right? And
Uh,
some of us just don't have that in their budget,
yeah, no, it's true.
and
It's true.
that's just the way the world is. There's other priorities, and you know, and I don't at this time after cleaning all those records, I couldn't see going back to clean them all again. But I've
Oh
done
no, I
all of
understand.
mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done all of my records, and let's see.
hmm
I don't know what's my collection up to. 1,556. So I don't plan on cleaning those again.
YouTube just sent me a notice saying that I'm going live.
Oh, great! I can't wait to view it. Can
I'm
I
glad.
can I come on? Can I come on?
I'm glad he didn't wait on that.
Yeah, no kidding.
I just wanted, yeah, Okinoki. You're right, KRW. It's been around a long time. The
Yeah,
last
it
time you
has.
brought it up, somebody came back to me and said, "Why did Nick keep saying okie dokie?" So that was
Because
why I wanted
I'm
to.
a happy guy. I get along with almost everybody.
Yeah, right. So I just wanted to
Or
clarify.
too much medications. There's no
Or
telling.
too much medication. So
Yeah.
as long as you kept away from moving refrigerators, I'm glad for you.
Oh, thank you very much.
Anytime.
I'll never live that down. And we
Speaking,
won't discuss it any
no, no,
further.
no, we won't. But I've speaking of moving refrigerators, I guess I'm going
Yeah.
to do that. So
Yeah. You're not, you're going to take it with you? You're not going to.
we're taking our garage extra refrigerator and we're
Oh,
buying
okay. Yeah.
buying a
Yeah.
new one for the kitchen. So
See, when we first moved into this house, we had the spare refrigerator and the
hmm
spare.
yeah.
But of course, I was newly into the restaurant business. And when
Oh,
they died at
no.
that point, it was, hey, Psycho. At that point, it was, I have a walk in freezer and refrigeration more than I could ever. So we never replaced them. There's usually not much in my refrigerator at home anyway.
That's where Jeffrey Dahmer kept all his finger foods.
Yeah, shh.
Walk-in freezer.
All 10 of them.
Right.
No, but it's actually an ice cream freezer. It is nippy. A 40 knot wind in your face, and it's well, we have it set at 0, but it'll go to 30 below. That's cold, my friend.
It is. You know, you say that, and the second you said that, it reminded me. I took a flight one time from Dallas to get to Sweden. And for some, well, I know what the reason was now, but the best, cheapest connection was to go through Iceland. And so it was like the round trip flight was like $900. And what we found out was the government had subsidized flights going through their country because they wanted people stopping over in Reykjavik or whatever it's called.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. So we get off this plane. Our change of plane is at 3 a.m. And
Ooh,
you get off of this plane on a stairway, not through a tunnel. And
right.
we get off the plane, and as soon as you hit the opening to the door, a 40-mile-an-hour wind at about three below zero hits you and
Yeah,
pushes you
that's my
right
walk-in
back into
freezer.
pushes you right
That's
back into the plane.
I
It was
I hate going in that walk-in. I literally put a parka on to go in.
really,
I hate. Oh yeah, I hate going in there because it is chilling to the bone in a matter of seconds.
yeah,
And the old when you get older, it gets to your
yeah.
bones a lot quicker.
You're right. You're
You'll
right.
find out someday.
Yeah, and then sometimes you find out you don't even have those bones anymore. But
Shh,
anyway,
telling you.
so Music Sanctuary, yeah, you got a good deal on yours, so that's good. Yeah, I mean that's the way to do it,
Oh,
right?
good man, that's great. I'm
Yeah,
happy for you. I am
yeah,
a deal hunter. I love a good deal.
yeah. It's always the way it is, right?
Yeah. Matter of fact,
Always the way.
it was so funny that I just cleaned I just cleaned a record, and it was the Kinks' Low Budget.
That's Nick's lifestyle.
Yeah. No, just like a good deal. But
Was it?
that's for sure. I watched the video with them. Let's see.
So
How's the
he
back?
watched a video that was done by VPI at their listening house, and in the back was an ultrasonic record cleaner. Odd because they make the turntable vacuum type cleaners.
Yeah,
Well,
well,
you got to understand your competition. You,
yeah,
I firmly believe in that.
yeah.
You know, so I'm sure Nick has gone to other restaurants, for
Well,
example.
actually, we don't go out to eat. It's
Well, yeah,
odd. I know I
when you run
should.
a restaurant, yeah, you
Yeah,
kind of. I'm sick of
but
eating out.
with the way the market's been and food prices just keep on climbing, and I look at my what I'm charging for a product as if I'm buying it, and I'm looking. And the problem with having a business for 36 years in the restaurant business is you remember when a cheesesteak was $4.
Oh yeah,
That barely gets you the roll nowadays.
right,
I
right,
mean,
exactly.
so you just see these prices growing and growing, and over all the almost 40 years now, it's like, oh my God, I got to, and you look at the numbers, I have to charge this new number
Yes.
to stay in business,
Mm.
and I hate to do it because it's like, dang, that's a lot of money. But that's the reality of the world nowadays.
Yeah,
And
my wife took my son to Chipotle, which is like, I don't know, Tex-Mex or some kind of
uh,
fast food. But two of them, $36. I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
no, yeah, it's a
30,
$40 bill nowadays to go out basically to eat for two.
yeah,
It's and I just have to look at that reality. And we're being a niche market, not a fast food, but
sure.
just you got
Yeah,
to do what you got to do.
and we
So,
discovered my son has celiac now, so he has to be very careful about what he
oh,
eats and where he eats, right?
wow, yeah, that's
You can't just eat anywhere because it's,
no,
it's an
uh,
extreme form of gluten,
yeah.
So there's
At
only a few restaurants.
my brother has it. Yeah,
Really? The one that
yeah,
works at the restaurant?
yeah. He can barely eat anything. He
Really?
doesn't. Yeah, it's rough. I mean, we all have our own little crosses or big crosses there, but
But I'm going to tell you something. That is a niche now in restauranting. If you can offer menus with that,
yeah,
because there are more and more people getting diagnosed with
yeah.
that. So
But and I appreciate that input. You have to balance that with the size of the
cost,
market. Yeah,
yeah,
no, the size of the market.
well, that's true too. Yeah,
Dallas, not a problem. You can
yeah.
specialize in bagels and make a living. Where I'm at, would never make it.
Wow, $14 at
What's that?
Wendy's. At Wendy's, burger,
A
fries, and a
burger,
drink.
fries, drinks.
Wow. He had
Yeah.
surgery. He had
Wow.
surgery. Then he had a heart attack after he got that bill. So just,
Yeah. And that's fast food. I'm not a fast food. Yeah, I get it. The only other option I was thinking of doing, but it would kill the kitchen at lunchtime,
mm,
is the size of my sandwiches.
yeah,
You're not ready for dinner, because it's
no,
a good sized meal,
yeah, it
and
is.
it is to reduce it by half.
Yeah,
But then you might be backing up the kitchen for an hour, and people don't have an hour at lunchtime.
yeah. I read this about Music Sanctuary. Said about he didn't know about the newer kermesses, what they're like, but the issues a few years ago of overheating and shutting down, plus that toothpaste residue it left behind, deterred me. Well, I think
Yeah,
they all could suffer a bit from the overheating and shutting down thing, a bit. But I know his unit, in the instructions, it talks about how long to use it and how long to let it rest. It still talks about that.
right. Now
But
the one. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
that's okay. You could do two or three records if you do four records at a time on that thing as well. But go ahead, Nick.
Now the units that Mike from the Ingroove used, he's never mentioned an overheating problem. He
Okay.
says he can run his all day long. Of
Okay.
course, he's done a couple of modifications, an external reservoir that he's added, and
Okay.
but he claims to. I'm not sure which units he's using, so I'm not going to
I'll have
venture
to
a
ask him.
name.
Yeah, I'll have to ask him. Yeah.
But I think they're a couple more grand up. I think they're. I don't know. I don't recall because it's been a while since I saw that video. But he
Hmm.
did it in depth on his cleaning machines.
Okay. I have to, well, I wondered, does he use the Claudio, the one that Chad sells?
I'm not, I'm
Because
not sure.
those are rather pricey too, 5 or 6
Yeah,
grand, I think.
yeah, they're 5 or 6 grand. Yeah,
Michael 45 had a video on that, and he actually has the automated thing where it will pick up records, and it's got like a jukebox kind of arm and come and grab your record and put it in. So
right. Yeah, that's it. That is an add-on. He,
yeah, it is
yeah,
an add-on, and it's you. I looked them up, and it's like they've been out of stock for a long time, so I don't know.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay, I think he does too. Yeah, the Claudio. Yeah, well, I've been talking to Chad about that one.
Good.
That may be down the road for me too. Um, but these channels. I was looking at this, and like I've always said to you guys, I always try to be very upfront about everything. And man, you you look at like revenue. I mean, you don't make much revenue out of. Let me make myself big here. I guess
It
I'm supposed to control my
it
own
it is
show.
the interject. It is the Claudios.
Is
This
it
one goes back, 2 years. I pulled it up on his YouTube site. Yeah,
okay? Whoop, wrong,
which
wrong thing. Content and analytics. There you go.
yeah, yeah.
So
Music Sanctuary's got it. What are those prices?
those are
Oh,
not. That's monthly income from the channel,
oh, from your channel. Great.
but it ain't
You
much. I mean, all I'm trying to say is it ain't.
well, yeah. You're not
It's a.
paying all the bills with
It's.
it.
I mean, 1 month I can't buy one Atlantic 45. I mean, to
Yeah.
put it in perspective, right?
Well, let's
Yeah,
put another thing in perspective, my friend. How did
yeah.
you learn how to walk?
I don't know. I was really small and can't remember.
Well, let me inform you. You learned
You
to
learned to crawl
crawl.
first. Okay.
Yeah, so there you. So guess what? I guess you're crawling. I haven't even been born yet when it comes to YouTube. So
There's Scott. How you doing, Scott? There's my buddy from the Pressing Matters that was did our yes shootout.
okay, that's Scott.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's Scott. Good. Yeah. Well, DeGritter, my buddy Armando has one of those in his store, and he uses it all day, every day.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a work color. His thing is toasters have 2 slots. Why doesn't this have 2 slots?
Yeah.
That's his big thing, you
Yeah.
know.
And it's true. Yeah. The one drawback about any of them is you want to clean more records. You want to get it done quicker. You
Yeah.
know. But ultrasonics run in waves, and by dropping more into it, you're disturbing the waves, I imagine.
Oh, like the vibrations.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like a sonic wave. You put something in front of it, right? It's going to
Yeah.
hit it and reflect off of it.
Mm-hmm.
If it's hitting it from both sides, it's reflecting off it. But now if you put two in and they're coming from both sides, the inner grooves are not getting ultrasonically hit, are they? I
Yes.
don't know, unless
Yeah.
there's another platform inside that groove. So it'd
Comes
be
from the bottom.
literally like a double toast, comes from the bottom, comes up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You are, Nick, a sonic wave.
That's,
I
wait,
can't.
I got a wave coming.
Yeah, there's a good point. Bellasonic, Bellisario Sonic, excuse me. His name's Bellisario. That's Italiano name. He when he's playing this stuff right off the turntable for you to listen
Yeah.
to these,
So good. Yeah.
obviously he's going to get a hit,
Yeah.
immediately. So you're kind of in a you maybe need to use like super chats or maybe help, people can, do something for
Yeah.
you on the fly, so to speak. That might help you a bit.
Yeah.
Yep, transducers on the bottom. There you go. That's where I was going with it.
Well, trans. Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah. I guess. Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, again, more good vibrations. So yeah, well, don't do if you're doing YouTube for the money, you're definitely doing it for the wrong reason.
Yeah.
I think a lot of I mean, you don't know what you don't know, right? I mean, a lot of people don't talk about that, to be honest with you, one way or the other.
True.
So you really don't know. I thought, oh man, when I hit 1,000 subs and I'm monetized, and it's like I
You're
get a
the
check,
big man.
and then they put money in your account like once you've hit I don't know if it's 100 or 150, so it may be 3 or 4 months before you get. So not only do they not give it to you right away, it's not much on top of it, right? So
Well, it's kind of like our banking system nowadays.
yeah,
The check takes 10 days to clear. No, it doesn't. It's instantly. But they're collecting that interest on a
there you
million
go.
checks for them 10 days. That adds up. They're I don't know who they think they're fooling,
Yeah.
but
So
they got you. They got you because they got
oh yeah,
Congress.
oh yeah, they've got yeah. Well, it's like, if you it's like I'm having to time all this thing with, having money for the closing. I got to get it in there so far in advance to make
Yeah.
sure I have access to my own money.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Right. You can't go to the bank and ask for 10 grand nowadays. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, well, yeah, you can, but there'll be an FBI agent right behind you at that point.
Oh yeah, but whatever, it's still yours. But the bank
It
won't have
is.
it,
Yeah, it is.
which is a shame.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're not going to get into all that stuff.
That's okay. But he said he does it for the joy of it, and I agree with you
There you go.
100%.
That's
This is
that's the reason.
exactly the point, and that's what I appreciated about what he does. He does something different than everybody else, and he in his last video, maybe it was the Yes one and not the Coltrane, but anyway, he talked about I don't do rankings or ratings, or I just let you listen to it, and that's great. I think that's a great approach. I mean, I really am glad when people come up with original thoughts and approaches on doing that. So hats off to you for doing that for sure. Yeah, only for the love of it. That's
Yeah.
right, Scott. We know that. We know that absolutely. And it doesn't matter if it's a small video or large video or what it
Yeah.
takes. We know that people take time to do it, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
You're going to let me know when you get enough to buy a work, and I'll let someone pick it. Yeah, no, I get you. It's yeah, it's but it's the thing though. At the same time, I think you kind of learn that um, it's the relationships you gain is really the biggest value in a lot of
Yes,
ways. Nick and I've got to be close, and we talk a lot. And I visited him, and that to me is what is the biggest value in these scenarios, and,
absolutely.
and that's why. And honestly, that's why when something happens like the thing at VMP, it bothered me more because I really had established communications with Cameron for well over a year and was really looking forward to, going to the plant here in May. And yeah, and it was just like everything kind of stopped, and it's just disappointing that, these things can happen at times. And it's more the fact that it derails kind of the energy, right, of what's going on. And I think that those things, it's just like it did with MoFi, similar kind of thing, right? Let's see,
Yeah.
KRWD. I always think of his radio station, right? KRWD. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
collecting the music is a
WK.
process. It's all collecting catalog. Thank God for the collector. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's what I
Absolutely.
agree with that. Yeah,
But I'd like to share something
yeah.
about friendship and visitings,
Sure.
and
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
people have the opportunity and are blessed enough to be asked and or get asked or ask another person to come visit or go visit, we kind of get set in our ways in listening to our system, and over time we don't realize perhaps that something's gone afoul in your system, but you're listening to it and it sounds like it always does. It sounds fine, and and that's how the music's always sounded
Mhm.
to you. So you don't notice things are missing because you don't go, or at least I don't go to other people's homes that
Sure.
often to be able to listen to a decent system, not a squawk box, but a decent system.
Yeah.
So when David did come over, he said this particular song should have more bass. What's going on, Nick? He says, is everything working right? He says, is this how you have your system set up? And lo and behold, I found that a couple of my cables had been disconnected and my subwoofers weren't working to the proper extent they should have. And after he left, I investigated it further. And sure enough, they weren't. And now the music and the beats that he had explained to me and told me what was missing are there. And now I'm like, well, how did I not notice that? I mean, seriously, how do you
Yeah.
not? But if you're
Yeah.
used to
You get
hearing your
used to
record
it.
sound
Yeah.
the same way,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's like sometimes you go hear another system, you're like, wow, that's the greatest system I ever heard.
Yeah.
And, or you don't listen. Here's a good one. Don't listen to your own system for a month.
Yeah.
Just, it could be hard to do, or you go away on vacation or
Right.
work
Right.
or whatever it is, and you come back and you turn it on and you're like, wow, that
Yeah.
sounds really good. You don't, sometimes we
Yeah.
forget how good
Sure.
and spoiled we all are. And sometimes we don't notice things. You know, I'll notice the highs missing before I'll notice the lows.
Hmm.
And you brought that out to me, and now I had the missus in here to one song where the the beat, the thump was part of the music, and it was just kicking her in the butt in the chair. She goes, "Play it again," and we listened to that song 4 times in a row. She goes,
Hmm.
God, I love them subwoofers. Wow. And I didn't have them cranked up, but
Yeah.
the beat was there when it was supposed to be.
Right. Right.
And, you know,
Right.
that was fun.
Yeah.
So I'd like to thank you once
No,
again
you're
for that.
welcome.
And I think everyone should, every now and then, just take a break for their system or take an opportunity to invite someone to come visit because
Yeah,
you never know.
I'll
And of
go almost
course,
anywhere.
yeah,
I'm in,
and
but I only go where I'm invited. So
yeah,
it's not like I showed up
Sweden's
at Nick's house and just said, "Hey, buddy, how you doing?" No,
Sweden, you're no longer allowed in Sweden, right?
I'm not
No,
allowed.
I'm
We're not
kidding.
allowed. No. But the part of that story you just told,
Yes, sir.
the actual record that we were playing that I said that about
I know. Don't
was
make me cry.
Led
Yeah.
Zeppelin 2 RL
RL,
that
yeah.
I brought there.
And
And
did he
of
leave it?
all things,
No.
no,
Yeah, yeah.
no, I didn't leave it,
No.
but I shall return.
Would he lend a guy a hand? But next time you come, the
Oh, I'll
thump
bring it up.
will be there. Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
But
So,
it was a lot of fun. It was great
yeah, yeah,
because
it was.
that was funny because our friendship was still fairly new at the time.
Yeah.
It was like, oh,
Yeah.
honey, we got company coming over. Who? The guy I met on YouTube. What?
Oh, have you
She's like, what?
contact the police or yeah,
No, well, you know, bringing someone
uh,
into your home is something. You know, you your sacred area is your home, so you don't always
yeah,
allow people that you're just building friendships with
yeah,
in. So it's a matter of getting to know people.
yeah,
And I think this is a great forum for getting to know how
sure,
people present themselves. Because, of course, as we know, some people put on shows where they're not themselves and they're upfront about it. And I respect that. And I think it's great. Then other people, they wear themselves on their sleeves.
yeah.
And I enjoy that as well. Everyone is pretty upfront about who they are
Well, they
on
trust their
YouTube, at least
people.
in the VC community, we
Yeah,
are.
right,
I'm
right.
pretty sure. And that's what makes one of the things great about it.
Yeah, it is.
Uh,
Now Scott has a unique situation, and he shared it on his channel, and we talked about it because right in the middle of us doing the shootouts, he was changing speakers, and he did it a couple times actually. But he has a friend who's an audio dealer, and he's done some shootouts. I
oh
think
yeah,
even there where he has a lot of different equipment he could try out. So I mean, Scott's got the perfect setup, literally and arrangement. So not everybody unfortunately has that, but you're really blessed to have that opportunity,
yeah,
Scott. And I'm glad you shared what you learned through your channel, with everybody else as well. So thought of doing regular show together.
that's right.
Chemistry is really thanks. Well, no, I've been asked about doing regular shows, and I want to get there. I really do want to get there, to be honest with
Thanks, Junior.
you. Yeah, yeah, that was very nice of you. Thanks. Yeah, Scott's got a great channel. I always
Yeah,
enjoy watching his analytics. He's very analytical in what he does, and I really think that he's one of the better sources. And honestly, that's why we wanted him on the shootout
yeah,
because he's a Yes fan as well. Of course,
yeah.
he's a Yes fan, and that of course added it to the mix. So but those have been fun. I mean, they've been unique in the sense that we do them live, and we
Hmm.
try to use quite a few records. So I like it. I like doing something different, just to provide something different.
Yeah, another good thing about your shootouts is whether or not I have the actual record, the new record you're comparing. is it
Mhm.
caused me to go dig into my Yes and start going through the catalog.
Yeah.
And I was like, why haven't I listened as uh shoot,
Hey,
what's
J.
her
Cole.
name? Uh, I can't think of her name. Somebody will come up with it. She just came out with a video. Why haven't I listened to these records in so long?
Melinda?
You know, Melinda. Yeah,
Yeah.
her title was "Why Do I Still
What?
Have Them?"
Right.
Mine is "Why Haven't I Listened to Them in
Right.
so long?"
Exactly.
Because
Yeah.
they're so good. And it's like finding time, and then
Sure.
what do you pick? And
Right.
sometimes we keep going back to the same record. We'll play a few different, go back to the record of the flavor of the month for you.
Yeah.
But
Well, I've got to
people
tell
like
you,
us have so many.
I know. I've had the song from Close to the Edge and You and I in my brain just ever since I did the work for the shootout. It hasn't left.
Yeah,
It's still just embedded in my
it's
brain.
trapped, huh?
Yeah, and I think the clarity of what I heard in that record on that. And by the way, I think I made a faux pas on the channel when I said that it was a 2016 press by Chris Bellman. It was 2012 actually,
Okay,
European
yeah,
pressing.
I couldn't find it.
Yeah,
Yeah, got it.
because I had another Chris Bellman thing in my head when I was did that, and it just stuck. But yeah, it was a 2012 version. But
Yeah.
he did the same thing with his cut of the Nightfly in I think 21 or 22. I thought it sounded better than the MoFi actually, which
Mm-hmm.
which was surprising to me because I was ready to plunk down $500 for the MoFi.
Woo.
But Brad had it and I used it, and for the shootout, and so it's saved me that money. So that is part of what you get from this a little bit too. Is which is where do I want to put my money? As well. That's you don't want to be. We I don't want to say we waste our money, but we doing what we do sometimes we have to over invest. I guess I'll say for lack of a better way of putting it. But it's worth it revisiting the albums you haven't heard in a while. Yeah, that's I really yeah,
It's
I'm in the middle of a Boston shootout right now. The first self-titled of Boston. So I'll it's one of my top first releases of a band. There's just certain releases that are just Eagles' first album, that one. Um, there's plenty of others I just not thinking of at the moment.
Do you
So
have enough of copies of that particular record? Because I think I have
I
maybe
have
four of them.
6 or 7, yeah.
Okay, yeah,
The
okay.
only one I'm missing, honestly, is, here's Vinyl Richie. "Hey, buddy, how are you?"
Yeah, Richie's out there. What are you
Yeah,
missing?
thanks, Rich. I think I'm missing the MoFi, and I did talk to someone that
Ah,
has it,
oh,
but
nice.
they're in the middle of moving, so they can't load that it's already packed.
So
So
you've already packed it?
no, somebody else that's
Oh,
moving.
somebody else. Okay.
Yeah, you might know who that person is. Think about it for a moment. You just talked about her.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, right, right. Absolutely.
So what I'm gonna do is do this shootout and have a winner, and then put up the MoFi against it.
There you go. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's an idea.
Thanks, Music Sanctuary. I appreciate that. Uh,
Good question, Bellisario.
no, that's a great question. At
Yeah,
this point,
yeah,
I do have them, but again, as I was saying at the beginning, as I'm moving now, those are going to be copies that I'm going to put in my duplicates boxes
yeah,
and look at for example, I probably, for nostalgic reasons, will keep my OG George Piros of Close to the Edge.
yeah.
I mean, just because I've always had it, and it really does sound great for it, as old as it is, and all. So, um, but I do want to do those. Oh, okay. The Nightfly German, but still RL pressing I bought from. Yep. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's a great pressing. There's no doubt. It's a really strong pressing. The German copy of that. Yeah. So yeah. So like in that case, I have sold off some of mine that I've had because that's one thing I did when I went to Europe. I mean, if I'd find a really clean copy of, let's say, the Nightfly from the UK or Germany or
Yeah.
Holland, I'd buy it because they weren't that much, honestly. And
Right.
so I'd pick it up because I know down the road somebody could enjoy it, right? Yeah, yeah. She has
Yeah.
the
Okay.
Boston MoFi.
Yeah, I'm looking for that Sticky Fingers.
I
Just
have that one. I do have the Friday Music Boston. I say I have it. That's one Brad has loaned me. So, uh,
you scared me there for a second when you said
yeah.
I have it. Right after I said I'm still looking for that sticky finger, my heart started going like this. And then you
Nope.
said Boston and went.
Oh wow. Nick is
That was too
infatuated.
funny.
Nick, he's infatuated with a French sticky fingers. Now, I mean, I'm
Yes.
not trying to make any, you know,
But
reunite.
yeah, you got me pretty excited there, David.
Lift with your
Oh, that
legs,
was
not with your.
funny.
Thanks, concert buddy. Good to
Yeah.
see you.
Uh, that was funny. Hey, Chance. Chance is out there?
Yeah,
I didn't see him.
yeah, he's there.
I couldn't see through the tears in my eyes.
Yeah, yeah, he's right here, reunited, and it feels so. Oh,
Ah.
Peaches, is that Peaches and Herb? I can't remember. I think it is.
Let me bring up there we go. Okay. uh,
Sticky and Nick are perfect together. Pound lube.
that's it, buddy.
Yeah.
That's right.
Where's your lube at? Yeah, you got any lube near your spot there? What
Yes,
happened to it?
nearby.
Huh?
I'm slipping.
Do you move it
Well,
by your night? Do you move it by your
here,
nightstand?
I got some eye lubricant.
Oh my gosh.
You
The
gotta have all the lube, dude. Gotta
the
have
eye,
all of it.
the
Look,
eyes have
here
it.
you go. Hey, this is for this is an emergency Vaseline. You gotta have all the lube.
Oh, Nick, I don't know what I'm gonna do with you, dude.
Oh, you're not gonna do it with me.
Whoa. Whoa.
Oh, look, we got concert buddy crying.
Oh man.
Tears
Yeah.
of joy.
Tears of joy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, look who's
Absolutely.
gracing our environment here. Hey,
Hey,
Wyoming.
Dave.
How's it going, Dave?
How
I'm
are
good.
you, David?
How are you? I'm
Good,
fine.
good to
What's
see you. It's been a
happening?
little while.
Oh, same old shit, different day.
Yeah. SOS PhD.
Yeah, really. What do you
Hey,
got? You got to show us any particular new stuff? You're always good for something or other.
It takes too long. Last weekend, I came across something like 25 big band jazz albums at a thrift shop for only 50 cents each.
Wow.
Wow, nice. You're always coming across some good stuff.
Yeah, I'm surprised I do. I don't live in a real big city.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at Caesar. Oh my gosh. He just slipped right into the stream, didn't he?
Yeah, J. Kell, that's what I've been looking for, is that exact one.
That's exactly what he's looking for.
That's exactly it. And David said he had one until he was talking about Boston.
Yeah, well.
You like the pitchy mode?
Oh.
You did what with your mode? No.
He ditched it.
It looks like two teeth there. What is that?
Yeah.
I don't know what that is, but
Infected molars. I don't know.
Backward quotes or something.
I bought that a few months ago. It's over a year old now, but you know.
Okay.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you, J. Kell.
Anytime. Yeah.
You guys don't like the pitch mode? Not really.
A few songs I've heard of theirs. But
yeah. I'm not a big fan.
No problem.
But yeah. Hey, it's why they make chocolate and vanilla. Right?
Right.
Yeah. There you go. See, Caesar's into it.
Does anybody know if this album is worth anything at all? Let me make myself big here.
Yeah.
Is that the Rhino? Yeah, or something.
That's the Rhino. Yep.
Is it going for very much these days?
Well, it was a C note a while back. I don't know what it's done lately.
This one's
It's
got a
sealed.
this has a really unique feature on it.
What's that?
See that feature?
Split.
Sealed.
Oh, that's what I said to start with. It's sealed. Yeah, you bought 2 of them.
I bought 2 of them.
Yeah.
I may be parting with this one at some point here in the near future.
There you go.
Yeah.
You gotta pay for that mover.
I have an OG of that Cars album. It sounds pretty good.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do too.
The OG, the MoFi, and the
MoFi
Rhino.
The MoFi sucks.
Oh yeah, I remember David did a shootout. He said this. Did you say the Vinyl Me Please sounds a little bit better than OG or something?
No, I didn't do the Vinyl Me Please. I did No, I said the Rhino is the best.
The Rhino, I meant. Sorry, the Rhino.
Yeah, the Rhino's the best. That. Yeah. Yeah, it's a good one. Yeah, I have it. I mean, I've opened mine. I did a shootout on it, but I was smart enough to buy 2 of them. Yep, I was smart enough to buy 2 of them. He's going to flip his Humming Guru. Yeah, that French cut is supposed to be really good of Sticky Fingers. Yeah, okay, you haven't opened yours. Well, like I said, I bought 2. In all honesty, I bought 2.
SDSUHQR.
Any news on the next ship date of no? But I can tell you this. Every time Chad comes out with an announcement of another series, it pushes it that much further back. So my understanding was they're going to try to get both of them out before Katie Lied and the Royal Scam. I think the Royal Scam's next. I think those 2 are supposed to be before the end of the year. So I would bet the Royal Scam maybe is going to be August-ish if I was guessing. And I am just literally guessing. But are you moving your record? Oh no, I'm moving them. I'm not letting a moving company move them.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
Yeah. No, I'm moving my equipment and now they can move like the empty shelves and that kind of stuff, but the actual records. Yeah, I said this at the beginning of the stream, but there were only a few people on. But I contacted a box company that makes boxes specifically for records and 45s, 12-inch and 45s reinforced. And they're going to send me some to evaluate for my move. So I'll do a video on that. So the U-Haul boxes just are not strong enough, honestly. So we ought to do a big garage sale auction, looking to be part of it. Yeah, exactly. That's the way I feel, Scott, exactly. Yeah, yours are still sealed as well. Well, I opened one to do my review. I really find it difficult to do a shootout without opening the record. And I'm glad I did because it just blows. Oh man, it's just unbelievable. George, if I was getting the right one. Oh, okay, good. That's great that George helped you there.
Excuse me.
Enjoy. Everybody's looking for that French. Chad is draining my pocketbook. I just bought the Thelonious Monk box. There you go. Yeah. Well, I'm a subscriber to the Atlantic series, so mine gets incrementally drained. Bags Unlimited Ultra Box. Okay. Yeah, that is the one I'm getting, but I mean, I know what you're talking about there. Yeah.
I used to buy from that company, Bags Unlimited.
Did you?
Sleeves and box. Yeah.
Yeah, I think this one's called BCW, actually. Yeah, BCW. They make a lot of different kind of boxes, but yeah. 5 times. There you go.
Hey, David, I sent you a link to my last YouTube video.
Okay.
On Instagram.
Okay. Oh, I saw that pop up. I was getting ready for the show. Yeah. Okay.
No problem.
I'll take a look at it. Yeah, Nick's out. I think Nick's out humming his guru.
give me there's a whole bunch of people that think I still don't clean my records. I know it's a bad thing, but I still don't do it.
You still don't clean your records.
Well,
Do you clean your stylus?
yeah, I try and make sure.
Brush it off? Okay.
Yes, I do brush it. I mean, very gently.
Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, it's your stylus is a cleaning device for your grooves, actually.
You don't want to damage the needle.
Yeah, and if it gets built up with residue, then that's not good either. So
exactly, I watched you.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, you could even get a spin clean, one of those. Yeah, I mean, they're better than nothing. They're better than nothing, just to get the debris out, if nothing else. If that's it, but I had talked about. I think I mentioned it when I did the review of the Close to the Edge, how that album was one that I had put what it was called Soundguard on it back in the 70s. And from Ball Corporation, the company Ball that makes ball jars, like canning jars,
I've heard of that.
They had a research division, and they actually got that formula from a experiment that was done in space with NASA. And it was like a coating, and this coating protected the record from wear. So they had these tests they did where they would play the same record over and over and over and over and over again. And if you didn't have it on there, you'd start to hear pops and ticks because it was kind of shaving off some of the groove, because the groove hadn't yet, totally gotten over what it had just gone through, so to speak. And so over time, hundreds and hundreds of plays, it would do that. And then they did it with this Soundguard on it, same kind of thing. And there would be no discernible wear, no discernible sound difference or anything to it. And so I did that to a lot of my records, and man, those things sound like I just opened the jacket on them. I mean, after 50 years. So I'm a believer in it, man. What became? Let me see.
You're flashing your records again?
Yeah. Well,
it's illegal in some states.
Yeah, Ball stopped making it. Now the Last preservative, the company called Last, their preservative. I think they bought the rights to that formula, but they didn't buy the rights to the name Soundguard. So the Last preservative is essentially the same thing.
Okay. I didn't hear what you said, Wyoming Dave.
It depends what you're flashing, Nick.
Yeah.
So I've heard about being release date. Some albums are out, and haven't seen.
Yeah, not all of them are coming out at the same time. Yeah.
Like a lot of people were expecting the Crosby, Stills, and Nash to come out, and it isn't. No. It isn't.
His name's Tim, the Music Sanctuary.
Tim, yeah.
I found that out from someone else.
Yeah, he emailed me. I think you might have been one of my 3K sub things. So no, we know, Jacob. We know you're not being sarcastic there. Yeah, I know I hope he can find out about it too. I think Ball Corporation still exists, but like I said, they got out of that. It's kind of like it has a Teflon element, but it's not Teflon, but it is something in that kind of family of it. Remember they used to call Reagan Teflon Ron or whatever. They would say, they throw shit at him politically and it wouldn't stick. That was thing. Of course, someone sent me his Last preserve. He swore by it.
That's a good place to start. I'd try it on a throwaway.
Yeah. One thing about Last preservative, you got to seal that bottle because it will literally evaporate on you overnight.
Yeah. You sound like you're speaking from experience.
Years ago, that's what happened to me with Soundguard. That's what happened to me with Soundguard. One day I
Yep.
went to go use it and half the bottle was gone and I had just started it a week before. I'm like, what the?
Oh, hey, where'd everybody go?
Yeah. Yeah.
Buffalo Springfield.
No, it has not. It has not.
I have
You
two
know,
Buffalo Springfield albums. Actually,
I did a spreadsheet on when these are coming out. Let me look. See if I can find it. Oh, yeah. Atlantic 75th listing. I did it on January 9th.
There you go.
So let me see what I can. So
You've moved 5 times. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, the numbers tend to give away kind of what sequence they're going to come out in. So Buffalo Springfield. Let me see if I got that on the list yet. Because they've had to go back and remaster a few of these that were related to Crosby, Stills, and Nash. And I'm not honestly sure if that included Buffalo Springfield or not.
And was it just the vinyl master or
Yes.
vinyl and digital master?
Well, the digital is made off of the vinyl one. So let me see. Buffalo. Let's see. Buffalo. It's a 40. Okay, it's number 45. 23-45. So it's probably later in the year is what it looks like. Right next to it is Close to the Edge, and it's scheduled for like December. So
yeah, I was gonna say
just to give you an idea.
December, close to the edge.
Living
December.
close to the Teflon around. TMS.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, I was thinking of TPS reports in Office Space. Never mind. Okay. Yeah, I KRWD. Yeah, it's I've done comparisons, and I will tell you this. I even think the records sound a little better after you apply it as well. So I haven't put that to a meter or anything like that. It could be just your brain playing tricks on you. I don't know.
But it would have to work at such a micron level in order not to disturb the grooves. I mean,
You're right.
Yeah, it would have to. That would have to be incredibly thin.
Oh yeah, it is.
I don't.
Yeah. So yeah, they're Chris Bellman's, and so yeah, what's going to beat it, right? I mean, that's the thing. And the thing we find, I mean, honestly, it's like these are all great mastering engineers, but occasionally it is a bit hit and miss, or one, does a little better than another in a certain, title for whatever reason. I don't know, but it does happen. It definitely does happen. Good old ball court.
months in, yeah.
Ended up moving. Hey there, how you doing, Jerry? Jerry, did your record arrive yesterday or today, by the way? I think I saw it was supposed to arrive yesterday, but I wanted to find out if it did. Yeah, Jerry and I had an email discussion about he won the Yes album on our live stream.
Yeah.
That we gave away. I gave away. So
yeah, fun. Nobody came up with Close to the Edge.
Nobody, yeah. Everybody was saying the others. Everybody was saying all the other two.
Just drew a blank. It was
both of those were listed, and I'm saying, well, nobody's got it right yet. It's like
right. It's like hello. It just kept drawing a blank. It wouldn't come. It was stuck in there somewhere, rolling around. That was funny.
I have that one in mono. It's a.
There you go.
There's one. There's Dave.
It's a stereo. It's a stereo.
Okay. Yeah, I did the mono. Mono's good.
It's a second Atco pressing.
Oh, nice. There you go.
Okay.
It's a second.
Now tell me Tell me you bought it for 75 cents, right?
I got it used someplace. Yeah, cheap. I got it used someplace. I don't remember where now.
I love it.
Well, I'm going to have to go check the tape, as they say. If I miss that, then that's bad on me, and I need to make up for
Hey,
that.
thanks, JKL Jim.
So,
Well, I think most of us were ignoring you at that time. I'm just kidding.
no,
I'm just kidding.
no, I can assure you that if I would have seen it first,
Yeah,
I mean,
I didn't
but
see it.
but
I'd
I'm
see anybody get it.
I'm beyond. I can admit when I make a mistake too.
Yeah.
Well, at least that's what my dad said after I was conceived. But anyway,
That's real harsh on yourself.
yeah.
No, harsh was the other
Oh,
thing he
okay.
said, but we won't.
Yeah, right. Okay, so Jerry got his record earlier than the USPS said, so that's a great sign. Waiting
Awesome.
for a good chance. Okay, great. That's fine. I just want to make sure you got it.
Yeah,
I just
when I
and I want to prove if I say I'm sending somebody the record, I send them the record. There's no
look, I watched the journey last time I ordered something from the In-Groove, from where he's at to me. It literally went around the world and back twice before it got to me. It was crazy. Yeah, it really was. It was in Louisiana 3 different times, and of course it left 3 different times. I'm like, where are you going?
well, it was in LA 3 different times. 2 of those times it was Los
Yeah,
Angeles. But anyway,
yeah, yeah.
you're going the wrong direction. Tormato. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Where is Sarah? Where is our tomato friend? No. She would
That
stay.
was an interesting stream last night.
I watched that. That was an interesting.
Oh, some of Sarah the Raging Tomato.
Yeah, Raging
I
Tomato.
actually did watch some of it.
Yeah, I think everybody popped in for at least 10 minutes.
101 Ways to Not Be Self-Abused by Darren Crawford. So,
Now, it could
wow.
have been titled.
Yeah, my goodness.
No, I think Darren was getting bullied. That's all I will say. That's all I think.
Yeah,
Yes, exactly right.
yeah.
That's exactly right. That's what
But
that
when
is.
you come up on screen,
All's fair in
it's
love and
yeah, it's
vinyl,
basically
right?
all's fair.
So
If
let
you
me
can't
just.
take the heat in the kitchen, and it's a shame, but
I've shown this before. Sorry, I'm repeating, but this
I
is the way the tracks are on this.
Oh,
So they are in the sequence they were recorded, not the sequence they were put on albums or whatever, because that's kind of
oh,
not.
nice.
So when you listen to it, you really are listening to the evolution of the Beatles.
I had not.
Eight
I'm
eight
not even
albums.
aware of
Yeah,
that box.
yeah, and
Okay, I've seen it back there.
yeah, and the other thing is it does have some very original mixes. Like All My Loving, it has a 4-hit on the hi-hat. Close
Oh,
your
yeah.
eyes. If I Fell in Love with You has an extra guitar riff at the end, an extra bar of guitar at the end, an extra one at the end. It repeats itself like 3 times normally. On this one, it's 4. So it's a great compilation. I'm not going to tell you that every song is the top copy, top cut, but they
Right.
sound excellent. And for
Nice.
the convenience of it, and for it all
Yeah.
being together like that,
Chronological
they
order.
go for about $100, and there's 8 records in it. So you do the math.
Wow. Yeah.
$12.50
Wait,
a piece. Pretty
carried a
good.
4 and the 3
$12.50.
not 7. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, that's very reasonable.
Groove Glide. Yeah.
Groove Glide.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't have any, but I might be in the market.
Yeah. It's a lubricant to accelerate
Yes,
your stylus.
exactly.
Yeah. It
Well,
makes your stylus travel at 33.5 RPM.
yeah, there you go.
Regardless of what the turntable's trying to do.
Yeah. I've had no
Watch it in there.
problems with. A lot of people say they've had problems with the speed of a Riga, and
Really?
I've been fortunate to not have a problem.
Hmm.
And I've had mine for well over 10 years. And there's been a
Yeah.
couple occasions I've accidentally left it on for a day
Yeah.
or two.
Oh, really?
It's accidents happen. I have the speed
Was it
box down.
playing "Will It Go Round in Circles" by Billy Preston? Or?
Yeah.
Exactly the song that was on there. That's how I noticed it. No, but no, we all make mistakes. There's one of mine, and but I've never noticed a speed issue though, and I'm grateful. But
Thanks, Tim. Yeah.
and that's the speed box that came
Yeah.
with the RP6, which is the much older
Mhm.
model
Yeah.
than the one that's
Yeah.
out now.
Yeah.
I'm told there's many improvements, but
So Tim here makes a really good point. If you want all the Beatles songs and not have 20 albums, that box set is very efficient.
oh, absolutely.
I mean, and like I said, the fact that it's in the sequence, and you know, you might think that that's stupid, but think about, you know, the way
No.
the American, they all were kind of like mumble jumbled a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
And I really appreciated this to be able to listen to it in that sequence. So yeah, it's a good deal. Okay.
I think that would be more of the actual journey that
Exactly.
they went through
Right.
versus the journey we were exposed to them,
The,
which is
the
different.
labels went through. The labels went through their
Right,
journey. Yeah.
exactly. So
Right.
that's got to
Yeah.
be a more interesting way to hear it, I'm sure.
Yeah, it is, and it is. Like I said, it's all. You know, he's right.
Look, see, J. Keller right there. We all do it,
Yeah.
buddy. It's it happens. Fortunately, I'm going to knock wood. I've never left the tube amp on overnight
I've left
because
my receiver on overnight, but not the
Guys,
rest.
yeah.
when you go to bed and your head's doing this, you know that's probably the turntable still going.
Ha ha ha, man.
Like those, they used to have those dogs in the back of the car, you know, with the bobby head.
The bobbin head. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you're showing your age, buddy.
Yeah, well, they actually make sports figures that way at the ballpark. First 10,000.
Yeah. Well, now they call them bobbleheads. Yeah.
Bobbleheads. Yeah.
Yep.
As opposed to a wobblehead, right?
Wobble.
Yeah, and then there's the ever famous hula bobble, right? The hula girl bobble.
Yeah.
I've seen them out.
You know, Scott, I had something happen a few weeks ago, and I
Gotta be honest, Jake L.
I'm sorry. But I didn't make any connection, I guess I would say, to that. I actually had to have, but no, mine wasn't that, because it was my debit card that got compromised, and I used a credit card with Chad. So I had not heard that. You know, that's the problem in today's world. Everybody's susceptible to that. I mean, big corporations, AT&T and hospitals, and they're all. So, I mean, it isn't like, you know, you could say, well, there's a small business and they didn't protect themselves. These guys are good. So.
Yep. Everybody's a target. That's why I like to write checks. I'm old school, but I write a check.
Yeah. Maybe is Chance still even here? I don't know.
Yeah. I just saw him.
Oh, there he is.
There he is.
There he is. Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I saw it. I read the thing. I wasn't reading who wrote it, unfortunately.
I hadn't looked. I hadn't noticed
about that too.
Of course, it's been a long time since I've.
Fortunately, yeah.
Where's my phone?
Yeah,
Well.
Okay. Yeah, I'll need to check my credit card now that you guys are saying that.
Yeah. I don't even
everybody check their credit card.
Yeah, I don't even know where I put my phone.
Uh-oh. Do you have an Apple Watch to go find it?
It's around here somewhere. Oh, I left it downstairs by the Humming Guru.
Oh, okay.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, you need to add a little ultrasonic to your phone there.
Absolutely. How else do you clean them? You drop them in, you clean it off.
That's right. Then you put it in a bag of rice. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I usually check. Well, I check all my accounts every morning, so didn't notice anything this morning.
First website west of the Mississippi. Keep an eye on. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm definitely going to do that.
Yep. Well, that's a good practice, no matter what. Is to
Mm-hmm.
keep an eye. Yep. That's like I had a phishing scam on my checking account a couple years back. They'll
Mm,
take a little amounts of money, and then they'll wait for the account to get built up.
right.
And yeah,
That's
they took like $13. I'm like, nope, that's not right. Unfortunately, I had to shut down an account that my parents had jointly opened together for the business, and Pop was gone at that point. So kind of broke my heart a little bit to have to close their account.
Mm-hmm.
But better than getting robbed.
yeah,
Well,
exactly.
my last transaction was May 8th. And guess who it was? Acoustic Sound.
No. May 8th. Yep.
Hey,
So you
thanks,
should.
Bellisario Sonic. Thanks for having your channel. If you guys aren't subbed up to him, sub up. He does some nice videos on playing the actual records that he's getting from whoever he's getting. He gets Atlantic, 80, 75, and others. But nice channel.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, thanks for joining.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I never read that often for him. Actually, I don't do.
I don't either very much unless there's something going on that I'm aware of. But
that's just me, I guess.
well, it just it gets a little intense there at times. I guess is what I'll say for lack of a better.
Just sent you something, Dave. Private.
Okay. Why don't I see it? Is what my question is. Oh, okay. Gotcha. All right. Got it.
Yeah.
Anybody wants to join? I'm going to go ahead and drop the link.
Oh, great. We already talked about Dave's favorite pressing of the Yes album. A shootout done.
Now Brad did the Yes album, so I didn't do that one. So I did Close to the Edge, and then Scott did the Fragile album. So Brad had a couple of contenders depending on the way, what kind of sound you liked, like a crisper type sound versus maybe a more deep throated kind of a sound. And I don't want to say what they were off the top of my head because I honestly I'm sure I'd be wrong. But if you go back to the video, you can see what his final assessments were in those. I would say that we're all waiting, of course, on the new ones to come out on Atlantic 75th, and we're going to shoot them out again, right? So Plum coming in, yeah, he had a Plum.
Yeah.
He definitely had a Plum. Loaned, okay.
Is Plum a UK pressing?
What?
Is Plum a UK label?
Yes, Plum is a color that Atlantic used on later 60s and early 70s UK pressings instead of like the red and green Atlantic.
Right.
Yeah, I knew it wasn't United States. States.
Plum is UK. Yeah. I guess they don't have that anymore because they got Plum tuckered out. But
yeah, tree died.
Tree died, right? Right, exactly.
You and Harry with the jokes.
You and Harry, yeah. Harry's having a get together at his place, I guess, here in early June.
I heard about that. 1st of June.
Yeah.
Rachel and Chance is coming up there, I think.
Yeah.
And Sue. Yep, Rachel and Sue's staying at Mazzy's.
Yeah.
That's in 2 weeks, I think.
Yeah, well, there's so Bernie cut of the Yes album that was on a vinyl box set last year. Probably be released individually soon.
Oh,
So, yeah, I don't know that he had that one. I can't remember off the top of my head if he had that one or not. Yeah, Plum is way back, late '60s, early '70s, or during the
Oh,
'60s and late and early '70s.
oh, McCoo, you've done it again. That's way, way back, machine. There you go.
Way back.
Yes.
Don't want to get into all the cartoon characters,
oh,
you
Mr.
know.
Magoo.
No, it could end ugly.
Gee, Rocky,
There we go.
nothing on my
Oh, you
sleeve.
mentioned.
Presto.
Yeah.
I got an arm up my sleeve. Who are you kidding?
Yeah. It is I, Snagglepuss, happens to make it right.
I've seen reruns of a lot of those Hanna-Barbera
Yeah.
cartoons.
Yeah,
Yes.
I got DVDs of them all.
Yep. Caesar, there's going to be quite a group at Harry's from what I gather. It should. Matter of fact, he's got a band playing that one of
Joey
the
Calio is going to
Joe.
perform.
Yeah, Joey's going to be
Okay.
on. So yeah, so it's going to be pretty
Oh, really?
nice. Yeah, should be a nice event. I wish them all the best. Of course, I didn't get invited.
Yeah. Well, everybody's invited, I think.
Yeah.
Now, he said something on the stream today. He typed something on the stream that you had to be vaccinated and wear a mask to go to it. And I'm not sure if he was kidding or not.
Oh, please. No, I'm sure it was a joke.
I must have been. I mean, because I sat right next to Harry in Austin last fall.
Yeah,
so, I mean,
yeah.
he was there. So, yeah.
Shoot.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Wind chips.
Yeah, so he said,
I hope it.
Wooden
Really?
Ships had a vocal dropout. Yeah, there were pressings of that. There were copies of that had that.
Sold out that Saturday concert, but
Oh yeah. Okay. Wow. Well, that's good.
Well, again, was it Kevin Gray, Tim? I mean, this isn't Joe Riagoso doing it on his own. I'm sure. There's no way. There's no way. So, I mean, there are some good Friday music releases when he has a real mastering engineer with him. Open invite, though the data shows it was sold out. That's the Dada show. Sorry, okay, Dada show. Yeah, yeah. Some people are going to that. Yeah, my kids like Dada back. God, it's been 10 years ago, 15 years ago. My kids were listening to Dada.
I had to look up. I didn't remember. I had to look up his band. Dada had one Billboard top 10 modern rock hit. I don't.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah. Joe, his claim to fame is, kind of more in the marketing end. He's really good at getting titles. He's a good A&R guy. He gets titles. He has connections. He's really good at that. But, he kind of thinks he's a mastering engineer, and I think that the proof has been in the pudding, so to speak, or lack of pudding. I mean, he is to pudding what Bill Cosby was to pudding, I guess. But anyway, we won't go there. Want to try my Jello pop? Anyway,
Here, let me just drop a couple of these in there.
Well, I know Joe was on that, Jekyll. I'm not sure if he had any assistance or not. He pretty well has gotten away from getting help like that, so he may have done it on its own. Now, was that a mono of that, by the way?
The Monkeys? Yeah, the
Birds and
record
the
store
Bees.
day?
Yeah.
From what I understand, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, okay. So
Yep.
let's
There you
see.
go.
2024. That's a mono.
Track of some
Friday
of
music.
Some of those.
Friday
I heard
music.
it wasn't that great though, was it? Anybody know? Anybody have it?
It shows Joe Riagoso only is what it shows.
Excuse
All Joe. That's what I thought. So I
But
don't know how. So
I
does anybody have it or know if it's any good?
right, that's there's an echo in here. Echo in
It
here.
was it was pressed at RTI. I can tell you that, but I don't know.
Yeah, because I remember hearing someplace that it wasn't that good, and I was like, oh, well, I'm glad I didn't go hunting it down. I remember having
You
that
know,
feeling, but
yeah, now that you say that, I remember seeing it and looking at it and seeing who mastered it and putting it back. I remember that now because
okay,
I thought about picking it up myself, and I just said,
yeah,
I've just had too many. I mean,
hmm
someone would have to come back to me and say, it really, they really
yeah,
thought it was great or whatever. But just as a general rule of
yeah. That's
thumb,
where I heard it from Harry. That's right, JKL. There you go. Yeah, and he's
well,
a big Beatles fan. He knows his Beatles. I mean, his
monkeys,
monkeys. Yeah,
yeah, he doesn't
his
monkey
monkeys
around,
and his. He knows
you know,
all the critters,
right?
monkeys, Beatles, all them
Yeah,
critters.
right, exactly, right, yeah, exactly.
the turtles.
The
Too.
turtles,
Yeah, there you go.
yeah, that's right. I like the turtles.
Yeah,
I do.
Yeah,
a few of their songs.
Oh yeah,
especially the caramel pecan ones. Yeah, they're good. God, that was the
yeah.
second time this week during a live that's come up.
What did?
Caramel turtles.
Oh, caramel turtles. Okay, all right. Yeah, Scott. Yeah, I hope the Bridge of Sighs is good. Also, I've also got the multi-channel coming to that, which I'm really looking forward to. But yeah, that's an album that could use. Uh, it would be nice to have a new mastering that's
Robin
really
Char has
good.
good rock albums from the 70s.
Yeah,
I like.
Oh yeah,
I have three of his that I found used last year.
yeah. Well, I agree, Tim. The batting average of analog productions on these 75th are pretty high. I mean,
yeah. They've been
I
from
don't
what I've heard of them, they've been great.
I don't keep track of this stuff like Scott and Music Sanctuary. I don't keep track of this news actually, like you guys.
yeah,
You guys do.
yeah. So Tim makes a point here, and going back to this one. Sorry, Jekyll. The mono mix is different and rare, and that's what really makes it a crime because, like I said, Joe has the connections to get the material, but if he could just hand that off to someone, and get it done right,
Yeah.
that's the thing. But they're
Well, sounds like a Led Zeppelin thing. I know. Yeah.
yeah. Well, there was one of the
Let
band
somebody else try it.
yeah, one of the band members of Chicago was involved in, I think, the first album's re-release on Friday Music, Lee
Yeah.
Longhane. But I mean, Lee's really not a mastering. I mean, he was there, I think, as a credit, if you know what I mean,
Yeah.
as a name to get the credit. So
Yeah.
if you're not seeing one of the true mastering engineers on there, it's mainly PR at that point, I think, right?
It's like a lot of things. It's an art form, and you either have it or you don't. And
Yeah.
if you don't, you need to realize you don't and find the talent to do it.
Yeah. Well, so here's a comment about the Bernie cut. Now I'm going to tell you that I have the Eagles box set that Bernie cut, and they're not that good.
Really?
They're not that good.
And everybody strikes out.
Yeah.
Babe Ruth struck out a lot.
Yeah.
So
For whatever reason,
Hank
and
Aaron, yeah,
I can't tell you
it
why.
happens.
I can't tell you why. That was an Eagles song. That's really funny. I just said
Yeah.
wasn't on purpose.
And we're glad of it. Oh,
Oh, Eagles wasn't from the master tape for Bernie. Okay, what was it from? Okay,
that would
I never researched it, to be honest with you. I just when I was
a first
comparing it.
copy, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. I was
But
comparing.
still,
I was comparing it for I think the shootout on the Eagles' first album when the MoFi came out. Right.
digital.
Oh, they're digital. And Bernie, what the hell? What?
Bernie does digital work.
Well, I'm not saying. Yeah, no, I know that, but
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I know you don't. I'm sorry.
But no. I just meant. Here's the thing. I guess I'm trying to say. I guess I assumed that box was all analog, but I assumed wrong. Legacy, right? We're talking about the box Legacy. I think. Hmm.
Hmm.
No wonder I got it so cheap. No, that explains a lot. There you go. Well, my hearing's not gone because
What?
well, some of the yeah, this thing says I got to look at this. It says on the credits for Legacy, it says Bernie and Chris and Bob. So maybe different albums were done by different guys. I don't know. I mean, I need to kind of look, I guess, into the weeds a bit to see.
J. Kell, I heard the same thing. It was a fold down. I'm going to go flip. I'll be back.
You're gonna flip?
I'm going to flip out, man. I'm going to flip a humming guru. Be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
Bridge of Sighs needs a really good audio. Yes, it does.
This one by Robin Trower.
For Earth Below, that was his second album, I think.
Third, actually.
Third?
There was
Was it?
one. There was one from
One before Bridge of Sighs?
Yeah, look it up. There's one before, but I don't remember the title.
Okay. Yeah, well, I mean, that was my first exposure to him.
I got this one, BLT. David?
Hmm.
Oh, there you are.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't pull that up again. Is that
This is from 81.
okay?
BLT.
Yeah. Got it. Okay. Oh, yeah, I remember that one. Yep.
Bacon lettuce tomato sandwich too. Yeah, I forgot.
Okay, I know that Scott's a big Trower fan, so Scott, third. You meant third is
Twice Removed
for
from
Earth
Yesterday.
Below. For Earth
That's
Below.
the title.
Yeah. Okay.
Scott has a title. I don't have the album though.
Twice Removed from Yesterday.
I came across that one at some Rami Shell. I should have bought it. Darn, I didn't.
You know, I think I have that one now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now that you say that, that's weird. Maybe I got it after, once I got to liking him.
You can put me on back, not full screen anymore if you want.
No, sorry about that.
That's okay.
I'm not. I was looking something up. That's why I Twice Removed from Yesterday. Okay, yeah, I remember the title now. But certainly to me, like Bridge of Sighs was when I first heard of him.
Yeah.
That was really kind of a big album.
First time I heard was tripping with Scott.
Yeah, well, that some of those sounds in there are kind of trippy just by themselves, right? The guitar kind of swooshes a bit, I guess I would call it, for lack of a better way of putting it. How's the Guru doing, Nick?
It's humming.
It's humming.
It's humming right along. Yep, and found my phone.
You found your phone.
Yeah, I figured it was down there. Yeah, I came home and went out to the yard and cut some yard. Even though it was still kind of wet out there, so I just cut the parts that were in the sun.
I got you.
Yeah, it rained and it rained and it rained, didn't it?
A few hours ago.
Oh, no, it stormed and rained here from Saturday till last night? I mean, heavy thunderstorms and shoot, just yesterday was 2 to 4 inches, depending on where we lived. And it started Saturday evening.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of water.
We got high 80 degrees on Sunday. Monday, we got high 77.
Oh, we've been in the 90s already.
Yeah, we have too.
We get real long winters in Central Ohio.
Yeah. Well, Dave, usually whatever you get, it's not far behind coming here. Even though you are a little farther north, not too
Yeah,
much though.
Louis, you're Louis.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Hmm. So I learned something about the Eagles Legacy box. That's I'm
That's
glad.
good.
I'm glad to. So my ears were not fooling me because
Nope,
I
you
went. I
still
went.
got
What?
it.
I said, what the heck? But anyway.
You still
Well,
got it.
well, when it comes to the Eagles stuff, I mean that is one place I would say pretty much the one steps have the advantage.
Oh, vaginal 2 to 4 inches on top of the 6 to 8 inches that fell the 2 days prior is a lot of water.
Yeah.
I'm just responding. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. That's yeah, we've gotten 28 inches so far this year, which is almost like a year's worth for us.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. All I care about is good sound. Absolutely. Quality control. Yeah.
So are you getting Tim, are you getting warped records, like reissues, warped records? I mean new reissues is what you're saying? Just to be clear. I'll have to check that out, Jerry. Definitely have to check that out. Oh, I have it. I just was looking. GNP Crescendo. I need to pull that out. I haven't listened to that in a long while. Mastered at Greg Lee Pressing. That's interesting. Lacquer cut by Ron McMaster. He did a lot of. He was at Capitol. Did a lot at Capitol.
Ron McMaster, I didn't know about him.
Yeah, he's pretty good. He was one of the ones that did a Friday Music album that was in the Yes. Maybe it was the Close to the Edge. That's right. He did the Close to the Edge Friday Music, Ron McMaster.
Is Friday Music American company?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, is it?
California. Yeah. Any opinions on the VMP
I
controversy?
don't have any opinions about it.
Well, I mean, Ron McMaster is the worst mastering engineer. Well, that's interesting because Joe Riagoso would be interested to hear that. He's glad to hear you say that. But yeah, he teamed up with Joe on that Close to the Edge. The VMP controversy, I did a video, but I mean, honestly, there's really something peculiar about it in my mind, and that is that it really wasn't well, I don't think, known or understood that the pressing company was going to be a different company than Vinyl Me Please. I mean, because all of the correspondence coming out of the plant was against VMP. It wasn't against Vinyl Media Pressings. It wasn't against that company. So at some point, they formalized that division, I guess. And I think when that happened, that's when I think the books got open, more or less. And I think that was the trigger point for what ended up happening. To be honest, I really think that's kind of what happened.
Could it have been that they were financially running out of money, and when they asked
No
for a
problem.
source of more money, they that's when the books got opened? I'm just
Yeah. No, I mean, I hear you. Let me put it this way: the way that whole thing went down seemed a little convoluted. It was almost like the left hand didn't know what the right hand was doing. I guess more or less is the way I would put it. And so I don't know. Let's put it this way: VMP was not getting out of that plant what they expected when they expected it. That's for sure. The plant was initially going to be opened in late 22, and then in April of 23, in an interview, Cameron said they'd be running by summer. early summer, and that didn't happen, and the end of the year didn't happen, and
Yeah.
March 15th didn't happen. And so at some point, you got to look behind the kimono, uh,
Yeah.
you know. And so whatever the trigger was, I know that they obviously weren't getting any yield. They were still having stuff pressed by a third party, and
Yeah.
they had, I'm sure, in their budgeting and planning, had expected to be able to reduce their costs on pressings and shipping from GZ and all that.
Yeah.
When you
Yeah.
think about it from a business
That's
standpoint,
significant. Yeah.
right? So eventually the chickens had to come home to roost at some point, right? And I think that's what happened. And when they did, they realized there were aspects of what was going on. Machinery was being bought that VMP was paying for that shouldn't have been. There was sound system for the listening rooms that were way more extravagant that was expressed. I guess Gary's contract and arrangement was more significant than was understood. All these things, and that, when you fire the CEO and the CFO and then sue them, that's got to have some meat to
Do you know whether or not they were making their own jackets or labels? Were they doing their own printing, or was that outsourced again as well?
Well, that usually is outsourced. Even AP does it to Stoughton and all that. So, I mean, they typically don't do that in house.
Right.
Yeah. So those elements are usually done externally, probably within the US. But again, in that case, if the labels were done, then they'd have to get to GZ. So maybe they were having those done internationally as well. Who knows? But the
Okay.
meat and potatoes of the cost is the vinyl, obviously.
Right. Right. But
So
I thought somebody was trying to bring in house their jackets. I know.
they
I
may have.
know. AP's doing their artwork and all that. But
Artwork is one thing. Yes.
right. Right. Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Artwork is a whole different thing. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there were some people who said that the resolution of VMP stuff was a little not as great, and that
Yeah.
they weren't using third parties to clean it up. Like Chad has someone that does that on staff,
Right.
and that
It
was
wouldn't have
even,
been that
yeah,
expensive. Yeah.
yeah. But even in my video, I showed where the guy in Chad's place on the stand-up record
Yeah.
by Tull, he was
Stand
literally
up.
making the font of the words match
Didn't you hear him,
exactly.
David?
Batman.
No, Wyoming Dave didn't hear you. You said stand up.
Oh shit. We're not doing Simon Says. That son of a.
Oh,
No, I didn't.
yeah. You didn't think of it. That's what you're son of a gunning about. Oh,
Take your
sounds like
shift
an
on
HR
Saturday.
meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could
Yeah.
be.
You want me
Well,
to which David do you
vaginal
want?
we cover all fields of vinyl, not just the record itself, but
Yeah.
all of it.
Tell me what shift you want me to cover and what the work is, and I'll let you know.
Yeah.
There you go.
All three. Start of Uncle Albert's side too. My original Warped was the best of the bunch. Skipped only twice. Okay. Wow. Ugh.
Yeah, yeah, really.
That's yuck.
Well,
Sounds like an
sounds like
HR. It sounds like an HR meetting. Okay. We
yeah,
don't.
that's what I was replying to.
Yeah. We don't want to have an HR meeting. No. But but there is a legal issue going with a person that worked for VMP from an HR perspective, suing the company as well, which actually started in 22. So it's like the drama never ends, I guess, right?
Nope, never does.
I imagine RTI has some pressing time available now that MoFi is pumping a lot out of their plant.
Yeah.
And that's good because I heard that VMP is going to them for some, needs for these releases that are coming, things that they thought were going to get, done at their plant. So, I mean,
Sure.
maybe, so here we have this situation. Vinyl Me Please might not even now going to be using this plant while the legal case is going. So who are they going to sell their services to?
Yes, MoFi is pumping.
Yeah. Is Gary still with VMP? As far as I know, he is. I've got a bit of a feeler out to research that I probably will know tomorrow. But MoFi is pumping vinyl. They like to pump vinyl in California.
Well, in a specialized field like those, it's not uncommon for everyone to be changing places and spaces over time,
Yeah,
just for no other reason but a change of scenery and management. You
yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah. And again, change for the right reasons,
Yeah. Oh,
is
yeah.
okay.
Well, that's always the intention.
Yeah.
It's not always the outcome,
That's
but
too fun.
absolutely. I want to get.
Wow. Tim, did you get the Alice Cooper Welcome to My Nightmare Atlantic 75th from Chad? It is outstanding.
That's cool.
It is outstanding. Now, it's not an album that I don't have the original. I had the original. I think a friend borrowed it. Uh,
What a pal! What a guy! What a
what a guy.
pal!
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
but I can just tell it's smoking. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, that's everything I've heard about it.
WMP. Sorry, maybe I'm.
Which
Did you mean
dead
VMP?
box?
You must mean VMP, I guess.
He's got a stutter. That's two V's.
Yeah, 2V. Okay, VB. Yeah,
BBMP.
I don't know the answer to that, to be honest with you. Whether
Yeah, I
they
love me some dead. But
release,
which dead box? I mean,
I don't know. You'd have to go on VMP and see what it is because
yeah, I guess.
I
I
don't
remember
know.
seeing one. It was
Yeah,
Patrick.
yeah.
Patrick had a dead box I wanted so bad the other day.
Jim mistyped the
For
word.
some reason, I must have been lagging serious because I
Oh,
was
really?
crushed. Yeah, I was crushed. It looked like I was there, but you know, the source of truth said I wasn't. That's the way it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, and no big deal. I'm not
What
saying.
kind of
I'm just
box
saying
was
that
it?
it was the ice cream cone box. Great, Grateful Dead. Guy's got the ice cream cone on his forehead.
Was it a live
I
box?
I forget the name of it. I'd have to
Okay.
look. Do you have the Cornell box? You press, buddy? No, I don't think I do. I don't have a lot of the stuff just because budgetary reasons. You got to spread it around because some
Europe
of it is
7 was that
repeatable.
Europe 72? Was that an
I
RSD
have the.
box? No.
Excuse me.
I don't think so, but it's a really good box. I have that one. That's really good, and that covers that ear pretty well.
Hmm. Yeah, the Hootie and the Foreigner are really good, Tim. Uh, they're really good.
The foreigner went out. I wonder if mine's just sitting there, or if I actually ordered it. Thought
That
I
would be
did.
Studio
Might be
Inspiration.
waiting for my $6. There's no telling.
Okay. Europe 72. Okay.
Yeah, Europe 72 is good.
Yeah, I'm not a big Dead guy, so
Yeah, absolutely. It's a flavor you gotta like or not, but
yeah.
I enjoy that flavor.
Yeah, I'm not a big Grateful Dead fan either, really. But
Reminds me of a cross between blues, rocks, and bluegrass,
yeah, I know
and
what they sound. Some
I
of them
dig it.
like.
Yeah, I dig it.
Yeah, you're right,
It's
Jerry. I think it was probably the Bad Company one was probably the one with the least improvement. That is correct.
yeah.
Yeah, for me. Now again, it's they can't, how do I put it? They all don't have the same opportunity, in terms of what can be done
Right.
with them. So And I think if I remember right, Jerry, I think what I said too was that the rock songs, the louder songs, didn't get as much advantage, but the quieter tracks, like "Ready for Love" and some of the others that are slower, they did sound more dynamic. But the ones that were, more rocking and had, less quiet parts and that didn't have really room to air out a bit. That they weren't quite as a
I
strong
guess I didn't.
advantage. So it's coming back to me a little bit. So yeah, I have to.
Yeah, Bad Company was a good
That was
band.
a great. That was a good. Yeah, it was a great debut. I really like Running with the
Yeah.
Pack. That's probably
Yeah,
one of my favorites of theirs.
Yeah, that's outstanding too.
Yeah.
They're supposed to do that one as well.
Yeah, yeah. I got an OG of that from the UK when I was in Sweden, so I'm ready for that one.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I'm ready for
No,
that one.
I guess I didn't order it. Thought I did. The Foreigner.
There you go, Jerry. Yeah, you gotta pick your battles, buddy. And
Yeah.
and if I can help you guys, make those decisions, I'm glad to do
Oh,
that
you definitely do.
because
You bastard. Oh, Asia, bastard. You just push me off the
Groucho,
cliff. Go ahead,
Groucho,
buddy.
Groucho bastard.
Said with love.
Yeah, right.
Oh yeah, but it was well worth it. Oh my goodness, outstanding,
Yeah.
outstanding. I'm still walking with a limp a little bit, but it's outstanding.
you, you live once, right?
Yeah,
Of course, you die once too. But
yeah, there you go.
I've always
Something
said
I'm
that
trying to avoid.
when I die, my attitude is going to go to hell in a handbasket. I'm telling you, I'm just not going to
I
give a
hope not.
shit about. I'm not going to give a shit about anything anymore. Uh,
You don't know that.
I don't. Yeah,
You
you're
don't
right.
know that.
You don't know what you don't know. You're right.
That's right.
Yeah, I don't.
That's the question I ask when I'm dealing with something that's very serious. And I'll ask the person who I'll say, okay, what question is it I'm not asking that I should? And it's paid off a couple of times by asking
Yeah.
that question. But
Okay.
some people don't want to seem presumptuous,
Yeah.
and they don't offer it. But
Yeah.
when you ask in that manner, you're
Mhm.
more or less saying, look, in this area, you have more expertise than me, and I'm not so arrogant to think that I know more than you. So what am I missing? And it's
Mhm.
paid off a couple of times,
Yeah.
bigly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I've got
It's
this
okay
warped
to be
sense.
humble.
Oh yeah, when you're perfect in every way. Um,
Golly.
you just
Oh, where's the
walk
hook
right
when you
into
need
that
it?
one. Yeah, I
Wait,
know.
here, wait. Well, we got the hook. Hold on. Dun,
We
dun,
need.
dun, dun, dun,
I need to get
Wait, just
Chad's
a sec.
music set that he has on. I need to, have these. Well, I think he pays for StreamYard. That's how he gets it. So, um, but the one thing I do have this weird thing about it's almost like I'd like to fake my death so that I could see people come to my funeral and watch people's reactions. That would, I just have this, I don't know why. It's like, it's just a weird thing, but
Okay, I gotta go now.
hey, I've already written my eulogy. So,
My house is up for sale.
yeah, I've
Oh,
already written my own eulogy that I want delivered at my funeral. So,
you
you did,
got
huh?
a funny laugh, Nick.
yeah, it's
Okay.
the
It's
first
from the belly, that's for sure.
the first line is, "I got a lot of problems with you people."
Yeah. I'm not sitting next to
Yeah,
you as one of them.
right, right.
Oh,
Exactly.
always better to be seen than viewed. Absolutely.
Well,
Okay, Jerry C.
any more with people getting cremated, people aren't getting viewed very much anymore.
Yeah, well, that usually comes later. Let's
Oh
see. Back
yeah.
to Black's part. Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't see that happening.
no. Yeah, there's just certain bands and agreements and things that are just really,
Yeah.
I was watching somebody talking about what's the big deal of getting Led Zeppelin on this Atlantic 75th? I'm like, two words, Jimmy Page.
Yeah.
I agree with Jerry. That is a great sounding album to begin with. Back in
Yeah,
Black.
Oh,
yeah,
absolutely.
yeah,
Almost any version, but some are better. Some are
yeah.
there, but it's good music. But getting back to Jimmy, I mean, God bless him, but we're not going to get another until, it's a shame.
Well, yeah, he thinks what he did is the best it's ever going to be. So that's, yeah, no license, no watchy, no ticky, right?
Hey,
That's
talk,
what
talk, talk, talk about the artist's intent. That
yeah.
about closed and slammed the door and locked it right there.
Uh-huh.
But
Yeah.
but Jimmy, wouldn't you like to sell another million? Come on, buddy. We know you well off. Donate it. Be a sport. Be a pal.
So you didn't intend it to sound the way it came out the first time?
Yeah.
Maybe it's you intend it to sound the way you want it to sound now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey, we all change over time.
Yeah. Well, our
Absolutely.
hearing changes over time too. You know,
What?
our hearing. Oh God, don't do that to me. Shit. Oh man. Wow. That
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. I'm really surprised I
Yeah,
hook,
I
line,
know.
and sinker.
Yeah, I
But
did.
no, but we do. We change our attitudes. Lots of things change about us over time. Our eyes get a little wider, or we listen a little more, or we grow a little bit, or
My
we
wife
get
said
more ornery.
my wife
Yeah.
said I'm not changing enough, quick enough.
And it's only been what, 40 what years?
No, 37 years. It's a 38 that I've known her.
37. Next week will be 36 for me.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, and that's the old math, not the new math.
Next week's my anniversary.
Wait, I'm the 21st.
I'm the 23rd.
Okay, there you go.
There you go.
How about that?
Yeah, there you go.
Yep. I
Congrats.
told her I may and I may not show up.
Oh,
Right. I'm
mhm,
blessed. My wife's
mhm.
into the gear, into the music. I married a unicorn.
She's into audio gear, just to clarify for everybody.
Yes. Yeah, that too. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, where did I put that?
Oh,
Oh, jeez. Well, no, she's the one that bought me that Mac preamp, or
I
bought us
know.
that Mac
I
preamp.
know.
Yeah,
All I get my
that's
wife
a
to buy me.
unicorn.
All I get my wife to buy me is a Big Mac. I mean, it's,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, nowadays that's a pretty big expense.
yeah, but she's buying it so it'll kill me. That's the problem.
Yeah. Good thing you got that eulogy written.
I know exactly.
Oh, well, friends out in the peanut gallery, if you're not having fun, I don't know what the hell's wrong with you.
Yeah,
We are.
yeah. Thanks, Jacob. Appreciate that. Yeah, old men that we are.
Yeah,
Good
true
old men.
enough. But we didn't get old by accident, though, that's for sure.
Yeah. So Jerry said Paige did a shit job on the reissues. Yeah, I tend to agree with that. To be honest with you, I'm not
Yeah,
any fan of them.
but I bet you have them, don't you?
Well, I have Mothership,
Ah.
so but I
Hey,
didn't go
we
by the
don't
individual.
approve of foul language on this here.
Oh yeah, yeah. Hmm.
Yeah,
Well,
got them.
if you have a good source recording at the beginning, your chances are a lot better. Obviously,
Yeah,
of
yeah.
yeah. So I mean, it all starts with that. That's what's got to go. It's got to be. It's hard to add, ingredients into the stew after you've swallowed it. It's kind of like here a little more paprika.
Well, I'm looking at the number of people that are viewing, and obviously we're having a good time, but we're not controversial. We're not yelling at people. We're not putting people down. We're not being adversarial. Uh, I guess people go for that craziness, or we're
And I
just not interesting. But we're
and,
having fun.
and I didn't even say to anybody mash the like button, but I have 14 likes, so I appreciate that.
Oh, it
14 out
might
of
be nice.
15.
It might be nice if I actually did oversight.
That's okay. No, but I mean, I'm just saying, without
You're
just
right.
out
Yeah.
of the goodness of people. Oh, PB Thal is streaming too. Okay, well,
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tonight's, yeah.
to those of you that are
He
here,
always
thank you
puts
very
on a good
much.
show.
Yeah, I just, for me, it's kind of like the music is playing and people
Thanks,
are
Jake
talking
L.
over it, and it's just,
Yeah.
yeah, I just it's hard for me for some
I had to
reason.
look. I already pushed the like button on your show, David, so I already did. Very good. I forgot if I did or not.
Which
Yeah.
which opinion are you talking about? The Jimmy Page one? I don't think you're alone in your opinion about that, to be honest. Uh, you know, I have Zep 2 and Houses. After those, it was clear that sound quality wasn't in those reissues.
I do have
Yeah.
a Prius, though.
A what?
Uh,
Prius.
not the,
You driving
the
Toyotas? What?
That's a car.
no. Okay.
Okay.
What's his name? The master. PR. Initials PR.
PR.
Piros.
George GP.
Yeah, GP. Okay.
GP. Yeah.
Yeah. I believe
PR
I
is
do.
Presswell plant.
Yeah. Yeah. 210, 220, whatever it takes.
Yeah, whatever it takes from Mr. Mom. See,
My
I
wife
remember
loves that line.
I know. Yeah.
Okay. Let's
Yeah,
see.
that's a funny movie.
Yeah, it was. Well done.
Yeah.
Okay. In 1977, this is the Led Zepp 2. Yep. Gatefold. And yeah. AR label.
So you got that going
Yeah.
for you, Jerry. Super deluxe packaging and bonus material. Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah. I just, for me, it's, the originals, like the RL of Houses is so good.
Yeah.
I mean, just, yeah. Just.
Oh, that reminds me. Did I bring it up? I have a record to listen tonight to as well. Another one. This one I got for a dance. I didn't literally dance for it, but we got, this is the 45. One side is Communication Breakdown, and the other is Good Times, Bad Times.
There we go.
45 record. Yeah, cool.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
And I pulled it out, and look at it.
Clean, man.
Is that sweet?
Oh, yeah.
That's cool. Yeah.
I mean, it's spotless. I can't wait to pop it on.
Yeah, you got a bunch of 45s recently, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. And yeah, I got a mailer for you, or for the one I'm sending you.
Okay.
Finally. Yeah, I can't find any others that you don't have, because you basically have most every record that I could dream of.
No, well, my 45s, yeah, I mean, I collected those for a lot of years.
Yeah.
I've got I think every single that Led Zeppelin came out with.
Now I
I
also
got a few
have
promos.
one that was pressed in Russia. Can't
Really?
read the label, but you know the music when you hear it.
What
Yeah, it was
is it?
pressed. I don't recall. I'd
Okay.
have to look. My memory. I have a horrible memory lately anymore. Yeah, absolutely. Didn't that look beautiful? Music Sanctuary.
Yeah.
That was sweet.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I got 2 records I want to hear tonight sometime,
Yeah.
and I will shake the house no matter what time it is.
Did you show
And
those
then I'll
to
be sleeping
Zep Pearl,
outdoors.
Nick?
What's that?
Show those to Zep Pearl Vance?
No, I just got it, so I hadn't showed it to him. Yeah.
He knows he probably has 45 anyway.
Yeah, he probably does. He
No,
got
that's not a pipe dream at all. How many do you need? I mean,
Can you
I
find a
see.
clean house of the holy?
I probably have several of those myself, Jacob.
House of the holy.
Send me
Let's
an
see.
email at david@safeandsoundtexas.com. Just send me
That's
an
a
email about
73 pressing, isn't it?
that. Something like
That
that.
album came out in 73.
Yeah.
Original.
Yeah, here we go. I do have an RL, and its condition is plays mostly great.
I think I have
It's not
several.
pristine. It is not
Yeah.
pristine.
Yeah, Jacob, send me an email. Just one. You need just one. Okay. I think I
Yeah.
have an extra one. So yeah, send me an email.
Yeah, 73 was
Thanks.
the only RLs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. My it'll do.
Do you have all the jackets? I've got, what is it, A through E
That'd be
of
fun
the
to collect
jackets?
all the different covers for that
Yeah,
album.
I think
I'll
I've
have
got
one of them.
A through E.
No.
Yeah, no problem, Jacob. That's why we do this.
I what's this? This listing is the third pressing. The matrix is 100% the same as the listing for the 73 Monarch pressing. Label on this has an SD 19130 catalog number.
Okay. Yeah, the SD 5-digit ones were the second series. All of the originals were 4 digits.
Right, but this says the matrix is 100% the same as the listing
Yeah.
for the 73 Monarch.
Yeah, it probably is.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Matrix.
Yeah.
They put
Broad.
they put a different catalog like on the label and
Right.
that.
Yeah. Yeah. They said first pressing was the 73. It's a Broadway 1841 Broadway label, textured inner sleeve, Obi. It goes through all the different pressings. That's my 177. Come on, back. I got 1971s. That's a specialty pressing. That's a club edition.
Zep 2RL, yeah. Finding one in good condition is a that's the finding the chewed up
ticket.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know where to find one, but it's called breaking and entering.
Yeah.
I want to do that.
Hi, Linda. Was that Linda?
Hold on. Let me see what's up.
Okay. The boss. Yeah. So, yeah.
Hey, David, can I interrupt?
Sure, please. Go ahead.
Ever come across Montrose's first album yet?
No.
Okay, no problem.
Have not. I know what you're talking about.
Linda said hello, but she's...
Hello, Linda.
Yeah. She's not dressed for company.
Okay.
So
we'll leave it at that.
Right. Okay, we got SRL.
Yeah.
Gee,
okay.
yeah. Well, for what? 200?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. They were, the thing is this, people played the hell out of those, plus the fact that to get those to play, people used to put nickels and pennies and tape them to the top of the tone arm to push the style, so they wouldn't skip. So what they did was they recut the record, literally.
Mm-hmm.
Diamond versus plastic. Diamond wins every time.
Okay, so Music Sanctuary's in for 200 for me to get an RL. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. That's how I read it. Isn't that how you read it? So I got the first two covered. I'll match you. Okay.
Gee.
You get a decent copy for that.
Yeah, right.
Almost.
Well, I got to tell you, I look at every one I run across, even if the outside jacket has a different number. No, I meant even if the jacket number is the later series, I look inside because you just never know what the hell's inside.
You never know if it's a Frankenstein. Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because
and nobody plays the cover. I can pretty much guarantee that.
Yeah, that's not where the value is.
Yeah.
This was up
there you go.
What is that? Presents?
Yeah,
Yes.
with a I found a very
David's buying David presents.
I found a very good copy of it a few months not too long ago.
Mm-hmm.
Another winner.
Chicken dinner. Were they on Swans? They were Swan Song by then?
It has AT in the Doug Wax Lank Studios
Let's see what I got.
and a P. Is that PR?
Presents. Where are you?
Trying to look at
Oh, I got
PRC
three.
Doug Wax or something. Presswell.
What is it? Presswell?
PRC.
PRC Presswell, yeah.
Okay, that means Presswell. Yeah.
I got a Monarch from 76. Its condition is
Yeah, that's a
little
Frankenstein.
surface noise in
This is a good
between
album
some
David
tracks.
Physical graffiti. Yeah, I've got a UK OG of that I paid $9 for.
Oh, jeez.
I bought it
Dang.
through. It was through
Sweet.
Gem Records was importing them into the U.S.
Wow.
$8.98. The sticker says.
Nice
This is a
job.
PR on the Doug Wax too.
Yeah.
FT.
How do I have six? Somehow I have 6 copies of Houses of the Holy. Good Lord.
What?
Yeah, I don't know. I see them. I can't help myself sometimes.
Are they all RLs?
Yeah, I wish. Let's see what I got. This one plays mostly great. There's a Monarch.
Jekyll says he had a dream about finding a Led Zepp 2 RL.
Oh, there's an RL. Yep.
In a whipped cream Other Delights cover.
Yeah.
Now
Okay,
that's some crate digging, dude.
There's one RL. Now, I got one that has a RLPR on it.
Okay.
So it's an RL press. Yep. That's number 2. 2 of them are RLs.
Somebody bought one for $2,500 on an auction, an RL.
Oh my God.
That's up too. Oh my
Here's
God.
3 of them. Must not have been very rare. I got 3 of them. Let's see.
Okay, Jekyll sent Nick an email. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. 3 of them are RLs.
Only fans money. Yeah, okay, that's the gal that bought it. Yeah, she.
Yeah. Well, I guess that money came easy enough.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Yes, it is very beautiful sickness in a way. In a twisted kind of way.
Sounds like Nick needs to have an auction.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Now, don't hate me. I have 28 Led Zeppelin records. I don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, I don't know. It's a sickness. Yes.
Yeah. Well.
It happens.
Some point we have to give it up.
Thin the crop.
Thin the crop. That's what I'm planning to do. That's exactly.
Yep.
That's why I said if I got an extra one, let me know because I don't need 2 of them. Definitely don't need 2 of them.
But those aren't the RLs I'm looking for now.
No, I know.
Obviously. Obviously.
Those have gotten. I think now it seems like the more people know about it, the more the prices go.
Yeah, well, it's like the one we discussed earlier that I will not mention again.
Whoa.
Yeah, I had fear of mentioning it the first time.
Yeah,
and I got bit for it. So.
Oh, you mean was it French? Well, you can imagine there was nobody more shocked than me when I found an RL in VG Plus for 40 euros.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how quick I got out of that place.
Did you feel like you were smuggling it out of the country?
I really felt bad for the guy who ran the record store because I know him and in Sweden, and I guess he just didn't know what he had. And it happens, right? I mean,
Yep.
it happens.
See, I know one phrase in Sweden. When I was there, I had a friend of mine teach it to me uh, because I was single at the time and I was looking to pick up babes. And in
Hmm.
English, it was "I think you're very sweet."
Hmm.
In Swedish, it was "Jag tycker att du är söt."
Okay.
And they taught me that line, and I didn't get slapped once, so that was good.
Really.
Yeah, true enough. Had a nice time there. I was in Europe for six weeks,
Hmm.
and out of that, three or four of it was in Sweden.
See, I
Yeah,
would have
it
taught you
was.
the line. Do you mind if I scramble your eggs?
Or no, do you like your eggs scrambled? I'll remember that in the morning. But
Oh boy. So, Jekyll, what are you calling the one of Led Zeppelin 4? Just curious what definition that has for
wow,
you.
you're kidding me.
His name's Jim. Just so you know, David. Jaco.
Jacob.
It's Jim.
Oh, Jim? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's his first.
Thanks. I didn't know. So the
I've come
cars,
to-
the cars thing is now going for 250. Oh my goodness.
Well,
Well,
that's good. That's not the medium price, though. That's
no,
got to
I
be
don't.
the high. Yeah,
Well, if it's sealed, it would
but
be a high.
still,
I mean,
yeah,
a car's Rhino without a dented corner is worth more than one with a
yeah,
dented corner
yeah,
because not that many were undented. And I'll tell you the trick to getting a good one was ordering two because the box was much better than a single.
yeah.
Ironically, that wasn't the intent. You know what I mean? But
Hey, even a blind pig finds a mushroom every now and then,
mm,
or well, not a mushroom.
yeah, I agree with that sentiment about better to sell it while it's high because I'll tell you, I've
Yeah,
made that mistake myself where I held on to it and then they reissued it and
yep.
value went down.
And
So
there it goes.
Monarch OG, okay, that's a good one. I just didn't know which one you were saying.
Which record we talking about?
He's talking about Led Zeppelin 4.
Oh, okay.
I like calling it Zoso.
Zoso, that's right.
Yeah,
That
that's
is
it.
correct. That's correct. That's actually more correct because I don't know that
Yes.
I don't know that 4 is even on that record anywhere. It's
think-
just people numbered it. It's like
Yep.
there's no Chicago 1. It's Chicago Transit Authority.
Yeah.
Right.
But
Because
Monarch
there's
OG.
1 through 3, then for Houses of the Holy.
Okay.
Physical graffiti presence.
I didn't get the Candio Rhino.
No,
No,
it's good.
is it? Okay.
Yes, sir. Okay.
I don't know why.
I don't, because you're not that big into the cars. You said
Mm,
what you had was good enough. I guess you didn't feel like doing a shootout on it, or
yeah.
plus you probably had the Atlantic 75th coming in at the time as well. Wasn't that the double album? You got hit extra hard that week.
Oh, I got hit. Oh my gosh. Yeah, there was
Well,
a
yeah.
few weeks.
You look like a bus hit you, but
Yeah.
no, I think that's what it was. You had a double come in, and you just weren't
No, I
up
did. You're
for
right.
it.
You're right.
Yeah.
I did. There was
I,
a back to back that came in.
and yet I can remember an occurrence, but I can't remember names of bands or mastering artists and
No,
all
you
that
can't even
stuff.
remember where your car keys are. What are you talking about?
No, it was my phone.
I know that was early. That was earlier. Yeah.
Okay. Sometimes.
Well,
Sometimes.
I buy doubles a lot of times for one is sometimes somebody I know will not be able to get it or whatever.
You
And
better
then
not be driving
like
doing all
Brad.
those doubles.
Oh yeah. like Brad, I bought 2 of Exodus of Acoustic Sounds, and he didn't get in on that one. So
That was
yeah, that was the
that
one
was
that
a trip.
shut down their phone lines and their website and everything.
I was traveling from Opelousas to Alexandria, an hour and a half drive that day, trying to get through on the phone. That was that was a lost cause. I got
For
through
sure.
once and got disconnected,
Yeah, I
changed
believe it.
towers, and there
Yep.
it went.
Yeah. No, it was
And then
awful.
I gave up on it, and I got home. And about 7:30 that night, I said, "Oh yeah!" I picked up the phone, boom, got right through and got it. And I
Yeah.
was like,
Yeah.
"What? Wait, yeah,
The swelling had gone down,
right."
and
And
the fact that
fortunately, I
they
had
were
gotten
still
it.
there, the fact that they were still there.
Yeah, I figured that's meant to be. I was shocked because as busy, and I was listening, to the stories of, you can't get through and blah, blah, blah. And the stories, that story started early and just kept building and building all day.
Hmm. Hmm.
But, yeah, because I was sitting in the doctor's office reading it, and I'm like, oh my goodness, listen and look at all these stories.
I don't. I don't think I've ever hit redial on a phone more than that. I mean, it was just
I,
crazy.
I never opened mine.
Oh, really?
Yep, still sealed. Both of them. I got both of them.
Do you? I think mine's still sealed too, but I sold one to Brad for what I paid for it.
Yeah. No, I got both of them, the first one and the second one.
I didn't get the
So,
first one.
well, Exodus and then the other box. What was the second one?
Rasatamatam or
Yeah,
whatever.
Yeah, that's it. Rabadabadoo.
Yabba dabba doo.
Yabba-dabba-doo. Yeah, I'm right there with you.
Where is Fred
But
Flintstone when you really need him?
yeah,
So,
but yep,
I recall
absolutely.
Rastaman Vibrations, right?
Huh?
Rastaman Vibrations.
Wasserman Vibration.
Rastaman
Yep.
by Bob Marley.
Yeah, because I had a couple of, I had a pressing already. And I'm sure they probably sound much better, but I just, at the time, too much going on. I just never opened them. And then it got to the point where they were sold out. I was like, okay, well, why open it now?
So it looks like Tim's had enough of Trudeau. I get that.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people
I
that,
totally get that.
yeah.
Well, people used to say I'm moving to Canada. Now it's like, not so sure.
Where are we going to move now? Mexico?
There are not many. Yeah, they're not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, I used to say I wanted to visit Australia, and then I watched them beat the shit out of people during the pandemic, and I'm like, maybe
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
That's not a good look.
Not a good
No.
look.
Good look.
You got that right.
Right.
David, you don't say a lot, but when you do, you really hit it right on, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. Not a good look. I love it.
That's Australia, yeah.
You're right, sir. You're absolutely. Oh, but yeah, it's all a mess.
Wow, Jim. Yeah, I've got an OG of that. I don't have a white label promo. I think it's a first press, but yeah, it is. Yeah, the Rhino's different. I mean, I don't know any other way to put it. It's different.
That's what they said, though, too.
It just sounds different. Yeah.
And frankly, the first time I heard of televisions when Rhino pressed it.
Okay.
I guess that portion of my life was
sure.
wasn't
Yeah.
about the music.
Yeah. I've got an OG. I got a clear one, which was a reissue, I think. But yeah, I think the originals are more raw. I guess I would call it. They're just, and it reminds me in a way somewhat of the thing with Thriller. With the OGs being more danceable and really,
Yeah.
and the MoFi being more clinical in its sound. Similar kind of thing, I think. Television is horrible. So.
Yeah, no kidding.
I don't know.
Nothing on it.
Nothing on it, right?
Well, the NHL playoffs are on, and they've been outstanding. Dallas played last night, didn't they?
I'm not up on that, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I have the Television 1992 album on vinyl. That's the only one I have by them.
Mm.
No.
All I know is
don't have.
my
What's
Rangers have lost like 4 in a row. My baseball Rangers have lost like 4 in a row.
what's coming out on Friday? They're getting up at 5 in the morning to do a live to announce what's Steve Westman, or 7 in the morning, whatever it is.
On Friday?
Kept track of Steve.
Well, 17th, isn't that
Yeah, it must be a
Thursday?
Rhino. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, it's a Rhino.
17th is Friday.
Oh, Steve's
Okay,
Friday
then
night.
it is Friday.
Yeah.
Am I right? Did you look?
It is a Friday.
I haven't looked up Steve.
No, I meant Steve Westman's channel. I saw it on Facebook.
Oh,
I don't go there very often, but I remember, there was discussion about I won't be tuning in at that hour of the morning.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
does anybody know what's coming? I guess you're not allowed to, even if you know.
It's Rhino.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, you're gonna make me go look.
I don't know either. I'll be honest with you. I don't keep.
It just said announcement. I didn't really see that there was any.
Yeah, it was on Facebook.
Yeah. No, I saw it. I saw
pretty
it.
sure. Okay.
I'm not sure what channel. Is it the audio files?
Well,
I'm not
go
sure
to
what
Rhino's
channel.
website.
No. Rhino has a high fidelity fan club.
Yeah,
there it is.
You find it?
But he had a picture of what's weird
of
is
something else.
I don't do this very often. I'm enjoying the live streams, the audiophile roundtable, but I have a record here, a cut this year from the Atlantic 75 series that blew me away. Now, I'm not talking the Atlantic 75 series from Analog Productions, the 45 RPMs.
Okay, this is not. That's his. He's holding up that Kristen Edelman record.
Edelman?
Yeah, that gal that did the saxophone on Kevin Gray's label.
Yeah, that's it. That's the one. Yeah.
Is it Edkins? Not Edelman.
Yeah, it's a good record. She's good.
I never heard that one, but I know who he's talking.
Yeah, it's very, very well done. So is the other one that came out by the pianist.
The titles will be ready to ship on May 17th at 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Cool.
Yeah. Whatever the title is. Of course, it's don't know what it is yet. So tune in.
It's not Cars, they're saying. So
no, yeah. And nobody's. Anyway, so that'll be happening.
Yeah.
What else is happening in the world of vinyl?
I don't think they'll be sold out. If anyone received a non-numbered Rhino hi-fi copy, let us know.
Yeah. Some people.
Actually, they're worth more. I wouldn't turn it in because those are considered promos.
Are they?
Trust me.
Is the whole run is numbered? Yeah.
The whole run's numbered, but some people were sent blank ones, which are promos.
Yes, that should be it.
So, yeah. So I would probably tend to not do that.
Mine now.
Yeah, there was a comment about the Rhino Dangerous Type, which is a great song. Man, I'll tell you, here I got to say this: the Cars. I mean, everybody knows Rick Ocasek and whatever, but I mean, Benjamin Orr was so pivotal in that group, and I don't think he gets the credit he deserves, both as a bassist and as a vocalist. I mean, to me, Drive is almost like a perfect song to me.
Oh yeah,
just
that's a good one.
I mean, the vocals on that, it's just such a. Of course, the video that went with it was very, kind of, it drew you in a bit, of course. But
I remember that.
But that Benjamin Orr just died way too young.
Yeah.
Speaking of Steve Westman, did you unhide me on his channel yet, Wyoming Dave?
I thought he was a troll, so I blocked him. That guy.
Oh, you thought he was?
Right. Well, so did I at the time too. A while back,
he was a troll of me.
Yes.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, he seemed to be okay because I almost badgered him to the point like, what are you doing, dude? But he was very cordial and cool.
Yeah, you're right.
So I was like,
solo
cool,
album.
yeah.
Benjamin, I have that Benjamin. Stay the Night was his single, I think, off of that.
Oh yeah,
I like Benjamin Orr. Yeah,
that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it Jake Hill that asked me about the Dead?
Well, Tim, if yours is unnumbered, then that's general. That's when you get a promo from them. That's what happens. So it's no number.
Yeah. I got you now. It's just they're very.
We just
seems
we have similar channel names. Yeah, we do. Most of the words are the same.
Yeah, you think?
you replace Texas with a body part. Okay. So
yeah.
Almost.
Is it
quasi?
Close
but I want to know when you're going to start making content. That's what I'm looking for. So
yeah. Okay. I don't know. I have the Wembley Empire Pool, London. That's England. That's a box set. Then the other box set is the Olympia Theater, Paris, France. That's 72. I guess I'm enamored with 72, and then Europe 72. That's it.
I had the box.
Oh, I have the Fillmore West 69, March 2nd.
Sure.
Sure.
We could do a collaboration. Sure. Yeah, just hit me up. It'll be
before you go.
It'll be like Rock'em Sock'em Robots, right? Safe and Sound versus Safe and Sound.
Yeah. Nice. Thanks for that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
cool stuff.
Absolutely.
I got a long day tomorrow, my friend.
Me too. Well, me too. I got to take my car in to get my tires rotated. I thought they did that when they were going round and round, but I guess not.
Yeah. So what's the problem?
I don't understand. I said, bring them in to get rotated. I said, they already rotate. What are you talking? They work fine.
Yeah, but this time they're going to charge you for going round and round.
No, where I get my tires at, it is.
Okay. There you go.
And balance and rotation is free.
Balance is not how I would describe you ever.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm like a door. I'm unbalanced and unhinged. I mean,
lob them in there and I'll hit them.
You knock them out of the park. Well, I think we want to say thanks to everybody who hung out with us all this time today.
Yes.
I appreciate tonight. Yeah, no, thanks, Dave. You're always welcome. You're always welcome, Nick. And we're going to try to do this a little more frequently. Mutt and Jeff. We'll have to call it the Mutt and Jeff series. Or something.
There you go. It was fun.
Old fart radio, right?
Yeah.
All right,
Thank you, everybody.
Have a good one,
Appreciate
everybody.
You.
Take care. Stay safe.
Dave.
See you, everybody. See ya.
Good night, my friends.
Yeah, thank you. Take care.